It is our mission to embrace the ideal that our show shall always strive to belittle the stupid and to play an occasional song. We shall also strive to take all of your requests, but to never, under any circumstances, play those requests. It is our mission to offend as many people as we can in the shortest time possible. We shall always remember that no matter how pointless and stupid the things we say are, we shall present them in such a way that they will be lessons that will last a lifetime. We shall strive always to do nothing and to be mean. We shall strive mightily to always be the #1 morning show in Salt Lake, or, if not that, the #2 morning show, or at least somewhere in the top 15 or 20 morning shows. At least once a year, we shall go to someone's home, and we shall eat really good food, and we'll make you wish that you could be there to share it with us. And finally, it is our mission to always remind the listeners that we never lie, and we're always right. So let it be written, so let it be done.
I know.
So I don't understand why you didn't play that wonderful Frank Sinatra B.B. King mashup that everybody's talking about.
There's bound to be one.
There probably is.
I bet there is.
Go on YouTube and look.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
So that's not the reason you played that song?
No.
What?
No.
On this?
2 reasons. On this day,
Okay.
David Byrne, Talking Heads frontman, was born.
Mm-hmm.
He is 66.
Okay.
And over the weekend, I did what people apparently do quite a lot. They meet somebody in a parking lot and buy things. And I bought...
Was this illegal?
It was legal.
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
What did you buy?
I bought tickets to see David Byrne.
Oh, from a scalper?
From a friend of the program.
Oh, okay.
A scalper.
A scalper.
Yeah, a scalper friend of the program. Tell all your scalper friends, listen to Radio from Hell.
It was just kind of strange meeting somebody in a parking lot.
Yeah, I've done that. I guess with listeners, I've done that.
Here's cash.
Yeah. So when is that show?
It is the 30th.
Is that the only way to get tickets?
It was sold
it's
out.
sold out,
Yeah,
yeah.
it sold out straight away.
Yeah.
I was on a plane when the tickets went on sale.
So if you're a friend of the program who has tickets to see David Byrne and would like to sell them, I'll also meet you in a parking lot and
Bill
buy
doesn't
them.
want to buy him.
No.
He just wants to meet you in a parking lot.
No, you shake your hand and say, way to go, I hope you enjoy the show. Oh, God, I'm tired. So I got this piece of mail, and that song, by the way, maybe I'll talk about that instead of this piece of mail. I'll save it. That song, it made me sad to listen to it.
Why?
It's a sad
It is.
song, and it was a commentary on what's going on in the world right now. In my head, it was. It wasn't.
It was at the time, and it is now.
Yeah, I think that
Yes.
they wrote it at the time as a commentary.
So that should make you feel better that things are
That they haven't changed? That should make me feel better?
Things are
They've
just
gotten-
as bad
things-
as they've ever been.
They've gotten worse.
Yeah, that should make me feel better because things are as
No,
bad as they've
because-
ever been.
Because when I hear that, and I think to myself, at the time that the things were happening, I was like, that was bad. Not as bad as it is now.
Yeah, no.
Isn't that
Old-timey
cute?
David Byrne.
Isn't
You
that
have no
cute?
idea.
But it made me feel like, how do we do what we do?
Yeah.
And put some kind of spin on it, or be happy, or
Well, we should pretend it's not happening and not talk about it.
right. Well, that's what people would say. You're right. That's what people would say. The crap that's going on in the world, don't talk about that. Nobody wants to hear about that. Everybody's tired of how bad things are. And I'm tired of how bad things are, but how can I not talk about it?
Exactly.
I can't pretend it's not happening.
No, it's the biggest news story in the world right now, and they don't want us to talk about it.
Well, so if you saw Saturday Night Live for Mother's Day, all the old moms come on and say, "Oh, I just love you, my son, my daughter on the show. I love you." But do you have to talk about politics so much? Do you have to be so mean to Donald Trump? And I started thinking, do you have to be so negative? If you saw the opening,
I
the
did.
moms coming on. And I thought to myself, oh, maybe they're right. And then I thought this morning, again, maybe no, wait, that's a bunch of old people.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's a bunch of old people.
You had your shot at this country.
Yeah, you blew it.
Well,
All
and
right?
that's the attitude of people of a certain age of, we just shouldn't be negative and we shouldn't, but things are happening. Anyway, let's get the show on the road. I'm sorry.
My favorite one of those was Colin Jost and his mom. And she said, because Colin Jost is the head writer. He said, who writes all of those horrible, horrible things that you say about the president? She goes, I don't know, Mother. I don't.
And Michael Che is the co-head writer.
Yeah.
And his mom was great, too.
Oh, his stepmom?
His stepmom. Juicy buns.
Oh, that was so funny because she came on and stole the show away from Amy Schumer.
All right.
Anyway, sorry.
Listen, we'll take your check-ins in just a second. In 3 words, say something to make us happy. Say something positive about today's world and life. Okay? In 3 words, 877-602-9696. It's the 3-word check-in segment that people wish we would stop doing, and we will stop doing if you don't call.
You could win tickets to Father John Misty.
877-602-9696. Call now.
We'll get this underway then.
Call if you need a plumber.
Yes.
Well, don't call us if you need a plumber.
Well, if you do call and if you need a plumber, I will tell you, go to Shamrock Plumbing.
Well, just give them the number now so they don't have
For
to
Shamrock
involve
Plumbing?
us at all.
So cut out the 877-602-9696. If you need a plumber, call 801-295-1690. I guess that makes more sense.
Yeah, why give them an extra step?
It's actually easier if you just go to shamrockplumbing.net.
That's true.
That's what I
all
would say,
the
Carrie.
information.
Go to shamrockplumbing.net.
That's right.
Yeah. And Gina, I agree with you, too. We're just doing the show for ourselves right now, folks. Shamrock Plumbing they really are our plumbers. We've all used them. We continue to use them because they do a great job. I have a couple of plumbing problems that are just nagging. They're not emergencies.
And you might ignore them, but don't, because you've got someone you can call that's going to take care of it for you.
And I believe they're still offering this deal, a free water purification system with a purchase of a new water softener at Shamrock Plumbing. So call them. They are good. And by the way, they come when they say they'll come. And sometimes they'll come early. I'll warn you. They'll call you and say, I've finished my other job. Can I come now? And 801-295-1690, shamrockplumbing.net.
Oh, we could send you to a couple of bands in concert. Hell, we could even send you to a festival to see a bunch of them. Melon. Spell it with me now. M-E-L-O-N. And now we'll use it in some dialogue featuring our good Utah friend, Levar. Levar has gone to the post office on an errand for his neighbor, Legrand Dunn. Let's listen as Levar steps up to the clerk's window at the post office. Again, the word is melon.
Next! Next! You, there, the man with the baggy overalls and the wide tie. No, not you. You, the wide tie with the palm trees and the hula girls on it.
Who, me?
Yes, you're next. Would you step up to the window here, sir?
Sure, I'm coming. What's your danged hurry?
The U.S. mail doesn't wait, sir.
Okay, well, keep your shirt on. I'm here.
Yes, I see that, and still, I wait for you to state your purpose.
Well, I don't know about that. I just came here on an errand for my friend. I don't got no purpose.
Fine. What errand are you on for your friend?
My friend, Legrand Dunn, needs to send something to his boy who's on a mission in Scotland, okay?
Yes, that's fine.
I think it is. Scotland's a real nice place, they say. But I hear them Scots are pretty hard to convert. They's big drinkers, you know. That's where Scotch comes from. And McDonald's, too, now that I think about it.
How may I help you, sir?
Well, let me see. I got the note from Legrand here in my pocket somewhere. Let me, it's got what he wanted me to get for him written on it. If I could just find it.
Look,
here.
sir, I'm going to have to ask you to step aside for a moment until you're ready, okay? We got tons of people waiting here, and we're real busy.
Well, just keep your panties on. I got it right. Yeah, it's right here. Here it is. My friend Legrand needs a melon tube.
Sorry? He needs
A melon tube. He sent me here to buy him a melon tube.
Well, perhaps you'd be better off running your errand at the Western Garden Center then.
You postal workers has got a real funny sense of humor. No, he needs a melon tube to send something to his boy.
Sir, we're prohibited from sending produce overseas.
No, it ain't produce. It's a poster with the articles of faith on it. He don't want to fold it up. He wants to roll it up and put it in a tube and mail it, and that's why
Next!
he needs a melon. Wait, what about my melon tube?
This is a .44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world, and it will blow your head clean off. Now, you've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do ya, punk?
Oh, you know, I think he memorized all of them articles of faith to get his CTR ring. Anywho, I'll just, don't you worry about it. I'll just be on my way, okay? Next! Who's next? Don't keep this man waiting. Who's next?
696 or text us at 33986. Message and data rates apply.
This could be the day.
Today may be the day
This could be the day.
Well,
that we kill this feature because no one is calling 877-602-9696 to check in with the Radio from Hell show.
even though we have these Father John Misty tickets to give away,
Yeah. I think you were right, Gina. It's because we said, call us and tell us something positive in 3 words.
I think that's asking too much of
It's-
people.
People could not think of anything. And
Our texters have come up with a lot.
877-602-9696. I'm not going to say maybe the phone is broken. I'm not going to say that because if it is, we would have an excuse and we wouldn't cancel the feature.
Well,
I'm just going to say nobody's calling, and so we're not going to.
Let me test. Let me test.
Okay. I'll do the official opening of the show while you test it.
shopping for a home, save money with a Power Rate mortgage from Security Service Federal Credit Union. Check out their great rates at ssfcu.org/mortgage. Equal housing lender, membership eligibility required, loan subject to credit approval.
The moon is 1.5% of full. It's just about gone. We'll have a full moon on May 29th. The next moon set today, 7:50 p.m. The moon will set, but that doesn't matter. You can't see it anyway. Today being Monday, it's the 14th day of May in the year of our Lord 2018, and this is North America's shiftiest radio broadcast. I'm on the S's, so I got to be careful. The shiftiest radio broadcast, Radio from Hell, starring the Lords of Morning Radio, the oligarchs of the airwaves, Kerry Jackson, Bill Allred, that's me, that's Gina Barberi over there. The senior executive producer of the Radio from Hell show is Richard Stedman. Dylan Allred, no relation, producing video for the show that you can see at x96.com/live. And anybody, Festus, I saw Festus here helping out today. All right, so nobody's still calling still?
No, we got the lines are all full now.
What happened?
I don't know.
Well, I bet what happened is X96 welcomes Father John Misty with special guest Lucy Dacus August 13th at the Union Events Center. Tickets are on sale at postfontaine.com.
Well, somebody dropped off. Maybe the other two. I guess we have to go to
Nope, they're still here. It's Emilio.
Emilio.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Something positive in 3 words. I don't know how positive it is for you guys, but I would say boners round 1. Always good to hear.
Oh,
Boners
I like
round
boners
one.
round 1.
Boners round 1. That's a positive to Emilio.
He's looking forward to it.
All right. Emilio, unfortunately, you preserved this feature for yet another day.
Yeah.
You are the only one who's called and is on the line, so maybe we should just give him the tickets.
I say we just give him the
Okay.
tickets. Let's give Emilio the tickets.
You get the tickets, Emilio.
All right.
Sweet.
Hang
Thank
on.
you, guys.
Oh, wait, now somebody else is calling.
Oh, but
That's
they hung
okay.
up.
But they hung up
But they
because
hung
we
up.
gave away the ticket.
You could still check in.
It's weird because we've had a couple of people calling in and then they get on hold and then they hang up.
Maybe
It's
we are
been like
having
three
problems.
or four. Maybe there are some phone problems. I don't
That's
know.
optimistic.
Let's see. We got 3 words. Deadpool opens Friday.
Okay,
I guess I can review it for you tomorrow officially.
great. Okay.
Let's see. It's government payday. I don't know what that means.
Government payday. Okay.
Meg, the manager, says, "You ain't dead."
That's a positive.
Maybe. Maybe it is.
Seizure Monica checking in. 3 words. I'm in love.
Oh, congratulations, Monica.
Bus driver Allison checking in. 3 words. Positive. Positive.
That's 3 words. I like that one.
Super Short Sam checking in. 3 words. Hubby made coffee.
That's nice.
Aw.
There you go.
Well, but no, only Emilio called, so.
People
I
can't be
guess-
positive
Well, I
with
mean,
their voice.
Richie put all the lines on hold after he's just
Why did
done.
he do that?
He's just done taking calls.
Why did he do that?
I don't know.
Maybe we are having a phone problem.
Morning, guys. Jake in the basement checking in. 3 words. Puppies and kitties.
Aw.
So are the lines on hold now?
Not now,
Oh,
but it's too late
okay.
because by the time they call and he gets them in,
and now they're on hold? Is that
and
what
so
that...
he's now hung up on. He's now put them all on hold now.
What are we supposed to do here?
I don't know.
I do.
What?
Well, I know we're supposed to do traffic,
Yes.
Okay.
and then we will tell you something else
Oh.
after that.
Crash southbound I-15 at the ramp to go to I-215 in North Salt Lake in Davis County. Left shoulder being affected there. There's some maintenance southbound Parley's Way, Foothill Drive ramp to go southbound I-215. I-80 Junction, the right lane is closed there. And looks like that's it. You can text us traffic if you see it, 33986. Jiffy Lube's team of technicians are highly trained in oil changes, tire rotations, radiator services, and more. Visit jiffylubutah.com for discounts, services, and nearest locations.
If you see it, if you see traffic, call in and report.
Sure.
And you know how you could see it really well?
How?
By getting rid of your glasses and your contact lenses. Or what? How would I? Because you would have your vision corrected by our good friends at Hoops Vision. HOOPESvision.com.
This is something that you don't want to bargain shop.
Nope.
Because there are cheaper places to have it done out there, but there are not better places.
Now, Hoops doesn't do this very often, but in honor of Mother's Day, which was yesterday, for the rest of the month, they are offering a Mother's Day special, a mom special. Schedule a VIP consultation by the end of May and you'll get $750 off per eye on LASIK. That's $1,500 total, because you wouldn't want to probably just do one eye. You'd probably want to do two, so that's $1,500. And that is a great deal for moms on Mother's Day. And, they might give that to other people, too, I think. Find out.
It's possible.
Call 877-602-9696. No, 877-30-LASIK. That's the number, 877-30-LASIK, or go to their website, hoopsvision.com.
X96 gives you a 1 hour nonstop music winged.
Norm. Spell it with me now. N-O-R-M. And now we'll use it in some dialogue as our two Utah men, Levar and Legrand. Today the boys are standing outside the ward house, chatting with a new ward member who has just moved in from out of state. Again, the word is Norm.
Well, Brother Jensen, it's nice to have you in the ward. Where do you come from?
Yeah, what ward was you in and where?
I'm from a ward in Anaheim, California.
Well, we kind of spotted you as a Californian.
Yeah.
You may have noticed that not many of our ward members wear Hawaiian shirts to church.
Nor do many of the male members of this ward have pierced ears either, Elder Jensen.
Yeah, I'm hip. I felt like the brother from another planet in there. Thank goodness I wore shoes.
Well, why didn't you bring Mrs. Jensen and the little Jensens to church today? Maybe they haven't moved up here with you yet.
Or if they are here, I hope they're not sick.
Oh, no, I'm not married.
Oh, a Californian and a bachelor too, huh?
Hey, is Anaheim anywhere near San Francisco?
No, it's not. Anaheim is the city that Disneyland is in.
Oh, that's right. Disneyland. That's that big amusement park with Mickey Mouse and stuff, ain't it? We never been to Disneyland.
We've been to Lagoon. That's an amusement park. It's good enough for us.
You ain't gonna wear any of them mouse ears to church, are you?
No, I don't think so. I don't imagine I'll be wearing this Hawaiian shirt again either.
So, what did you do for a living down there in Anaheim?
Well, I was and still am a tax accountant, and because you fellows have been so nice, I'd be happy to offer you some tax advice for free.
I don't pay taxes. I don't have an income, so I don't pay no taxes.
And I have a fellow that does my taxes. Norm,
Oh, what's Norm's last name? Is he in this ward? I'd kind of like to meet him.
No, his name's not Norm. His name's Evan. Evan Christiansen. Why did you think his name was Norm?
You said your accountant's Norm.
No, he said his accountant was Norm. It's a city near Provo, Utah. Orm! That's where this Evan guy is. Norm!
Oh, sorry.
Sure. We'll see you next Sunday, Brother Jensen. You should save that shirt you're wearing, too. I'm sure we'll have some kind of luau night in the cultural hall this spring sometime.
Yeah, we all get a little crazy that night.
Bill Allred, Gina Barberi, Radio from Hell on X96.
All right, 6:34. Let's see. Coming up, sports with Amy Donaldson. Stand by for that. Right now, big boy news and a Pinuendo brought to you by.
All month long, Performance Toyota Bountiful is saluting our U.S. military with a $1,000 discount on any new Toyota for any branch of the military. Offers may be combined.
Thank you.
Oh, man, Gina.
What?
They found another one.
Oh, yes.
14th human foot found. Like nearly all of the 13 previous human feet that had mysteriously washed up on shores in Canada. Up there, you know, America's hat.
Yeah.
The 14th foot appeared unexpectedly on the banks of the Salish Sea in British Columbia.
In a shoe?
This time, a man walking the beach on Gabriola Island discovered the appendage last Sunday afternoon, trapped in a mass of logs, and it was so the law enforcement agency, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, described the foot as, quote, disarticulated.
So
that is to say it was disconnected from a human body.
Yeah.
All right.
And it did not specify if it was a left foot or a right foot. Curiously, foot number 14 was in a hiking boot. All but one of the others had been wearing
tennis shoes.
Yeah, athletic sneakers, or as people of a certain age call them, tennis shoes.
I know what you're saying. Athletic shoes.
Yeah. So continues the mystery of the human feet floating ashore in the Pacific Northwest, a phenomenon that has captivated residents, scientists, and area law enforcement since 2007. In August of that year, not one, but two
Mm-hmm.
disarticulated
It was a banner year.
human feet. We'll remember that summer all of our lives. Both right foots were found on islands in Salish Sea, a network of coastal waterways between Vancouver Island and Canada's westernmost province. And authorities are
They don't know.
still baffled.
It doesn't look like they were. I've paid attention to this.
Of course you have.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like they were cut off. It's not like a clean.
Yeah.
So like a surgical.
Yeah.
Now the picture I saw with it,
I haven't seen a picture.
I don't know if it's the right picture or not because I didn't open the story. I
Yeah.
just saw the picture. Was the leg muscle or bone?
Mm-hmm.
The two bones were going up from the shoe.
The fibula and the tibia.
Yeah, and so I don't know if that's so. It was like from the knee down.
Yeah.
Is that right? The fibula and the tibia?
Sure.
The tibia and
Tibia and the
there's no L in the tibia.
Oh, did I say tibia?
Tabula.
They
Fibula.
called the ambulance.
Okay.
Yes.
and then they took everybody to the library. All right. A large black bear attacked a 5-year-old girl in her backyard in Colorado. The unidentified girl walked out of her home at 2:30 in the morning. She's 5 years old. She heard a noise outside. So she's 5, and she goes outside to see what the noise is.
She's a brave little girl
I find
for
that
doing that.
odd.
Yeah.
She thought it was the dog. Oh, she thought it was their dog. Now, this was in Grand Junction, which is not a huge town, but it's a town.
Yeah.
The child's mother then heard her daughter shouting, headed outside to see what had happened. When we went out to investigate, a large black bear was dragging our daughter out of the yard.
Wow.
She told officers that the bear dropped the girl when she started screaming. The mother started screaming. The bear dropped the little girl. She suffered serious injuries to her back and near her head, but she is in fair condition at a local hospital and will fully recover. But she got chomped on pretty bad.
Scary. Wow.
Yeah. So when you hear a noise, kids, in the backyard,
Don't go outside.
no, don't go outside. You wake up mom and dad
Yes.
and have them go outside and get eaten by the bear.
No.
All right.
Don't let the dog out either.
No.
I'm sorry. I have to click on this link to do the story. So there is this big deal happening today in Jerusalem. Opening of the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem, which is which Israel has always said it's the capital of Israel. It is our holy city. It's our capital. But there's never been a U.S. embassy there because the United States has always said we want the Palestinians to have a say as well, and they share that city.
Yeah, Jerusalem is it's a holy city for a bunch of different religions, and so traditionally Israel had the embassy in Tel Aviv, which is Israel.
Israel, and Tel Aviv is a huge city, and it's a very cosmopolitan city, but it's not the capital. And where you put your embassies is the capital of a country. But in this case, the United States didn't put their embassy in Jerusalem because it has always been deemed that it would cause a lot of trouble if we did that. The Palestinians would be angry, and that would cause, in turn, if they get angry and start throwing crap, then the Israelis will start throwing crap back,
which has started already,
and it is.
Yeah.
It's exactly what previous presidents, not just Barack Obama, but Bush,
yes,
and Bush Senior, and previous presidents have all said, yeah, Now, Israel has always said, we want to move, you should put your embassy there.
Do you know why?
Because they want to control the city.
Yeah. They're supposed to share the city. This makes them go, we'll see.
They don't want to share the city with the Palestinians.
The United States.
But Donald Trump decided it would be a great idea to finally do it. It's a campaign promise. And you know who he's had in his ear telling him to do it? Right-wing evangelical Christians.
Yes.
Why? Because they believe that this is all part of the holy
Yes.
the holy plan,
prophecies.
and yes, indeed, the Middle East is going to explode, and that's great because that means the second coming of Christ.
'Cause I don't want Jesus to come after I'm dead. That won't be any fun. I want him to come tomorrow.
So I'm tired. I am tired of hearing people on the radio who should know better speculating. Why did he have this controversial Christian pastor?
Because that's who's
at
been
the
in his ear
embassy?
to do it in the first
Yes.
place.
It's all part of the plan.
Mitt Romney is very angry about Robert Jeffress, a Texas Baptist pastor. Okay, so this is your guy, folks, if you're listening.
Oh, they're
I'm not talking to you
listening us.
cucks out there.
They're not.
No, we only have cucks listening to this show. so
Well,
you're-
if you have perchance, if you're not a cuck and have just accidentally stumbled on this show, I'm talking to you now. Mitch, your man, okay?
you could be hate listening to us. That's true.
That's right. I listen to Sean Hannity.
Yes.
So Mitt is your man. And here's what he has to say. Robert Jeffress, a Texas Baptist pastor who once said that a vote for Romney, who was then Republican presidential candidate for president, was a vote for Satan.
Wow. If I'd have known that.
He's not interesting enough to be Satan.
He is no, Gina, I think you're wrong. I think Satan, when we come to find out,
He'll be
he
boring.
is bland.
Really?
Satan is bland. That's what's going to surprise you.
Because you expect
just
him to
go,
be charismatic.
You expected
and-
me to have a tail and horns and all that stuff? Nope. I'm just a guy in a suit.
Well, isn't it the banality of evil?
Yeah,
Isn't that a thing?
yeah, exactly.
So- Anyway, what were you
So
saying?
anyway, Pastor Jeffress is he's scheduled to speak at the U.S. Embassy today.
Mm-hmm.
Controversial for many, many reasons. He also said that Islam, Pastor Jeffress, is a dark, dirty religion, a religion that promotes pedophilia. Islam is a heresy from the pit of hell, he has said. He's also said terrible things about the Jewish religion, about the Jewish
That's
people.
the part I don't get.
Jeffrey said, you can't be, Jeffrey says, Romney tweeted, you can't be saved by being a Jew, and Mormonism is a heresy from the pit of hell.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the guy that President Trump has
asked to speak.
Yeah.
It's
So
all part of the plan. It's not an accident. It's
So again,
not, you know.
yeah, again, if you just happened to, on this show, you're not one of the cucks who listens to us. If you just happened on this show, I'm telling you, Romney's your guy, and he's saying this is horrible.
Yeah.
And he's saying it's horrible because it is horrible, and Mitt Romney is not totally without some sense of decency and fair play.
He's willing to tweet about this, but he's not willing to say it to the president.
It's an interesting point.
I don't think the president takes his calls.
No, Mitt is not going to say it, to anybody of importance. He'll tweet about it because that's the kind of thing he does.
Let's see, one other quick story here. Let's see, pick one, a happier story. I won't tell you. I'll tell you later about the flaming dragon at Disney World. Flaming dragon, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But how about? Well, this is not. I mean, it's not a great story, but it's not mean. An injury to actor Jim Parsons.
Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, he is in a revival of a play called The Boys in the Band. Now, a lot of people won't remember that play, but it was a very significant play in the 70s, I believe, early 80s, about gay men.
I was going to say it's an AIDS
Yeah,
kind of thing.
and about AIDS.
Yeah.
People, and he's in it with like Zachary Quinto is in it, and Jim Parsons. Anyway, people who said they attended the Saturday matinee performance indicated on Twitter that Jim Parsons tripped during an encore bow, and limped off the stage while all of the other cast members took their bows. The show's Twitter account said that the Saturday evening performance was canceled because there was a minor injury to a cast member. Parsons is part of this ensemble cast of the 50th anniversary production of Life about gay people, about gay people's lives pre-Stonewall in New York. So there you go.
All right. Weather, traffic?
Weather, it's we keep getting these threats of thunderstorms and stuff, but it's actually looking kind of nice out there right now. They're saying maybe afternoon into the evening we'll have some thunderstorms.
I'm getting tired of weather threatening us.
I know, it's like, here we go.
Back off, weather.
69 for a high today. and traffic. Let me see if there's anything that's come in via text from friends of the program. Looks like friends of the program aren't sending me anything. So right now, we're green cameras all the way up and down the Wasatch Front. If you see something, let me know. Text it responsibly, please. 33986. Hoops Vision invites you to enjoy a permanent vacation from your glasses and contact lenses. Schedule your free LASIK consultation today, 877-30LASIK or hoopsvision.com.
All right. Sports brought to you by anybody?
Upon qualification, buy a new home with New Dwello's Gift of Equity program. That gift could mean up to $8,740 for the purchase of a new home. Text the word money to 62687.
Amy Donaldson Sports. Break.
Here she is, Amy Donaldson. She is here to do sports. She is a fine sports writer and columnist for the Deseret News. You can read her stuff at
Deseret News.
DeseretNews.com.
Yeah.
We
make you spell the whole thing out. It's
Yeah.
not dessert or desert.
Yeah, and she also does a podcast called Voices of Reason, and
Yes.
you can find that wherever fine podcasts are sold.
Indeed, you can. Yeah.
But most of them are free.
Yeah, all of them.
All of them are free.
All the ones I listen to are. So
No, there's some that you have to pay for.
Yeah.
You'll pay.
Yeah, in one way or another. So, Amy, hi. What, a lot of sports going on?
not really. It's that time of year, so there's sports, but not a lot connected here.
The NBA playoffs.
The NBA playoffs. So you got the Celtics who annihilated the Cavs this weekend.
Oh, I heard.
Yeah, 108-83.
It was so bad.
LeBron James held to 15 points.
Yeah, and they took him out of the game at some point.
Well, because why?
Yeah,
risk?
why? Yeah.
Yeah, clearly he's off.
People said, why do they take him out of the game? They couldn't.
Because they ain't going to win it,
Actually,
so if you get hurt in that game, it's dumb.
The most interesting thing about that game, if you can find it on YouTube, is a reporter asks him what happened in one sequence of the game, and he literally goes through verbatim and lists off. Then this guy passed it to that guy, and this guy made the
like
shot.
Photographic memory.
It is ridiculous. Yeah, it's worth looking
Really?
at. That's yeah, it was amazing, and it's led to all these comments about how maybe great athletes process the game differently than the rest of us.
You think?
I don't know, but all I know is it was impressive. I was pretty impressed.
I think that's a silly comment. Of course they process differently than we do
Yeah.
because we're not great athletes.
But I've also heard coaches say, I don't remember what happened. I don't know. I got to watch the film. I don't know who played well, or I can't tell you what broke down. Or I've heard coaches say that. So to hear him rattle off exactly what happened.
I think it's telling
Yeah.
that none of us remember the show 5 minutes after it's over.
Yeah.
None of us.
when you guys talked about the... Yeah, I don't remember.
We leave the studio and we go.
There have been times, one of the reasons we started writing things down on my column, sometimes you would ask me what I wrote about. I couldn't remember what my column was about.
Yeah.
So I'm clearly not LeBron.
No, we don't process things.
I process things differently. It's need to know in this immediate moment.
What else?
Houston Rockets and Golden State, they play tonight. They tip off tonight. Rockets won the series in the regular season 2-1. So
Predictions.
the Rockets will win. I think the Rockets will win it all.
The whole thing.
That's my
I keep hearing Golden State.
Yeah.
That's what I keep hearing.
In
Not
Bill's,
from me.
in Bill's basketball circles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not from this basketball
Okay.
person. No, not from this non-NBA watcher.
Okay.
Real Salt Lake defeated DC United 3-2, giving goalie Nick Raimondo his 200th MLS win.
Really?
Yeah. In 2016 he won his 181st. The closest guy to him in the top 10, 83 wins. So he's going to own
Not
that.
even close.
He's going to own that record for a long time. Also, legendary Wayne Rooney signs with DC United for $16 million. He will begin playing in July.
How old is Wayne Rooney?
106 or something like that.
I mean, he's been playing for a long time.
He's late 30s.
So he's kind of retired.
He's washed up. Yeah.
So but they're paying him $16 million the same way they paid David Beckham a lot of money.
He's just a draw. Yeah.
And he will draw. It'll.
And I should point out that Very Important Sports has been predicting this for 3 years. But I think more because he doesn't like Rooney.
Oh, he's only 32? I thought for sure he was.
I did
older
too.
Than that.
I actually did too.
He looks older.
So.
He's got the hard living look about
Well,
him.
I think he might.
How old is he in soccer years?
I think he might celebrate each victory and defeat. Utah Warriors beat Austin 41-22 Friday night. That's the rugby. This Saturday, the Utah Falcons host San Diego Surge at 3 p.m. at Cottonwood High. That's women's football.
Speaking of women, your colleague in the Tribune has written a story about the Golden Gloves tournament.
Yes.
Utah's featuring is.
That's on your website as well.
Yes. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so they're that begins today, and it's the first year they've. We talked about it, I think, when they were competing here.
The boxing, the Golden Gloves.
The Utah women from Utah represent every weight category except one from the Rocky Mountain region. That's how good women's boxing is here in the state. So
it says it's for the first time we've sent a full team to the.
It's the first time women have ever been allowed.
Women's team, yeah.
They've ever been allowed. They haven't been allowed in a Golden Gloves tournament period.
That's pretty cool.
Until 2018.
Nice.
And so they've been participating state, region, and now the nationals. But all the participants are on your website, x96.com.
Okay, cool.
Winnipeg Jets beat the Las Vegas Golden Knights 4-2 in their Western Conference opener. The Jets are the only Canadian team left in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
How is that possible?
And I don't remember the exact year, but I didn't know that the Canadians hadn't won. A Canadian team has not won the Stanley Cup since like the mid-90s.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean it is.
It's usually the Russians, isn't it?
It's the Russians.
Well,
For the Stanley Cup?
Oh, wait.
Drug testing. No, just kidding. I wish. That would be fun. Let's see. In the Eastern Conference, the Washington Capitals lead the Tampa Bay Lightning 2-0. Actually, Washington had never advanced to the conference championship series before, so that's history for them. And I predict the Washington Capitals will win the Stanley Cup. Very important. Oh, wait, Utah Royals, they're on a break, but there's a really good story by me on Amy Rodriguez. There's only about a half dozen women who've had children and maintained their professional soccer career. It's much greater in the WNBA. I think because Cheryl Swoops did it in the late 90s, they actually have it written into their contracts that they get 50% of their pay when they're pregnant. Most professional athletes, something you don't consider for women, you have to go. I mean, it's like intentionally injuring yourself to be pregnant. So, but yeah,
I think that's true for all women, isn't it?
Well, but I mean, most of us don't have to make a living with our bodies, with how fit we are. So, I should probably be. I saw Carrie's face and realized what I said.
Yeah,
it's like hanging out with my husband. I immediately knew that was a bad choice of words.
We all had the same reaction.
I only saw Carrie. Very important sports contribution. Lewis Hamilton driving for Mercedes won the Spanish Grand Prix in Barcelona. Also, final Premier League top four are Manchester City, Manchester United, Tottenham, Liverpool. Relegated are Swansea, Stoke, and West Brom.
Whatever.
I know. And I wrote a Mother's Day column, so you can read that.
Oh, you did?
Okay.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
One other quick question for you about the boxers.
Yes.
The boxer. Do you know any of those women who are the boxers?
I do indeed. I've written about half of them.
Could you maybe get with Richie and select one or two good ones, and we'll talk to them on the show sometime?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Love to talk to her.
You have some moms in boxing as well.
Huh.
Boxing moms.
Boxing moms.
Yeah.
My mom boxed my ears on more than one occasion.
You had it coming.
I did. Well, I didn't say I didn't.
I didn't say you didn't deserve it.
Yeah, I deserved it.
Mommy boxing.
Yeah. Is that it?
That's it.
Ask Amy how her Squaw Peak 50 training is going.
It's going pretty good. I probably need more climbing up the side of mountains than I'm getting, but
a 50-mile.
I'm getting what I'm getting. Yeah.
Is that what it is?
50-miler. So it's my third attempt. Failed the first two times.
Where is the racially insensitive name Squaw Peak?
That's actually it's in Utah County, and it is. There have been discussions about whether or not they should change it. It's actually one of the more beautiful runs I have ever been on. It's
it deserves a better name.
Deserves a better.
Yeah, and people who don't think it's racist, just Google it and figure out where it comes from.
Google what's the word squaw means.
Yeah, and it's not
pretty.
And yeah, it's not a good thing.
All right, Amy Donaldson, thank you. Nice to see you. DeseretNews.com is where you'll find all of her stuff.
Traffic's looking good this morning. I see just green cameras on the UDOT website, so if UDOT is lying to me,
They might be.
they might be.
Because you're calling them UDOT. Oh, no, wait.
No,
They're
that's
not
UTA.
changing their name. It's
See
UTA.
how confusing that
See, it
is?
is confusing.
So if you see something and it's safe to text and let me know what you see, 33986 is where you do that.
All right. Thank you very much. Coming up, we got round one of your boner voting and all kinds of stuff on the way. Stand by for that. Got to tell you about Brook Linen Sheets. I got to be careful not to mash that together because it sounds like I'm saying Brooklyn.
Why don't you spell it for people?
It's BROOKLINEN.com. That's the website where you go. Founded in 2014 by a husband and wife team from Brooklyn. That's the confusion. Vicky and Rich, and they wanted to be able to get beautiful, comfortable home essentials without the crazy prices. And I did not know this, but there are markups and fees. Most bedding is marked up as much as 300%. And now they've decided to start Brook Linen. They are now the fastest growing bedding brand in the world. And my Brook Linen sheets are the best, most comfortable sheets I've slept in. They're so smooth, you know. Sometimes sheets aren't smooth. These are so smooth.
I like
These
smooth.
slip right in. They have an exclusive offer just for our listeners. You'll get $20 off and free shipping when you use promo code Jackson. They decided to go with my last name as the promo code at brooklinen.com. They are so confident they offer a risk-free 60-night satisfaction guarantee and a lifetime warranty on all their sheets and comforters. The only way to get this $20 off and free shipping is to use the promo code Jackson. That's my last name, Jackson, at brooklinen.com, BROOKLINEN.com, and the promo code Jackson. They are the best sheets ever.
X96 is your home for non-stop music. We give you a 1-hour non-stop music wingding 3 times a day.
I like your shirt, by the way. New shirt?
No.
What?
Old shirt.
You never wear it, though.
No, I don't.
Why not?
I don't know.
It's a nice shirt.
I don't wear it very often.
Well, you should.
Okay. Great.
I gave you a compliment.
Then maybe I will. I will wear it as often as I ever do, which is not often. It's a shirt that I bought. I remember exactly when I bought this shirt. It's when there was an Old Navy over here on 4th South. Over there
where
on
Trader
4th South.
Joe's is going to be.
Yeah. And there was an Old Navy there. And I went in there one day, and they had this big pile of shirts on the floor. I'm not kidding, as Old Navy does sometimes. And they said, all of the shirts in this pile are $1.20. I'm not kidding. $1.20. And I thought, this shirt being $1.20, that's negative money.
Yeah. It costs more than that to...
Yeah, there's more material in this shirt. There's more little, Vietnamese or Singaporean child finger blood in this shirt from sewing the buttons on. And so I bought it for $1.20 off the floor at the Old Navy.
You would not think that.
It's not. It's just a dumb shirt.
You should have kept the receipt in the pocket. My sister bought a coat
But we
once.
never do a 120 time check, Gina. So
My sister bought a coat once that was on sale, and it ended up being $7, and she kept the receipt in the pocket so that anytime anybody said, I like that coat.
Her sister, Minnie Pearl.
No, Mikkel.
Just to prove.
I like that coat. She'd say, $7. No, it's not. I have the receipt.
That's
She kept it in the pocket.
right there. Right
$7 coat.
That is the coat. See, again, that's the kind of thing that the Barbary girls are interested in.
$7? I don't believe that was $7.
But you could have a debate with some other people about, the political situation in Tibet or the existence of God. But when you're debating with the Barbary girls, it's whether Bill Murray is going to go crashing parties and how much the coat cost. Is she the good-looking one?
They are all good-looking.
No, they are not.
Yes, they are. All of my sisters are good-looking.
Lolita!
Certainly not. All right, let's get this over with.
One is better looking than the others.
No, they are all good-looking.
It's that one that's really good-looking,
yeah.
and then there's
do this?
There's an okay one, and
I
then
get
there's
phone
that other
calls
one.
every time you do this.
Which one is he talking about?
They know.
Yeah,
They know.
all. I'm surprised they call. All they have to do is look in the mirror.
Yeah, you
It's
knew.
me.
All they have to do is look at a family photo, Gina. They'll all point to the good-looking one.
All the Barbary girls know. They know who the good-looking one is. It's true.
So we're not making these things up.
That doesn't necessarily mean it's good, but, I mean, come on. You know, we'll take what we can get. X96.
704.
You know, Gina has a story for us here, but I just want to mention that made me think of, I watched a horror movie this weekend called Phenomia, and it's a Dario Argento movie, famed Italian horror director. And it was Jennifer Connelly's first movie. She was a little girl.
Really?
And she was very young. She was like 14 or something. What a beautiful little girl.
Did
My
she
God.
have big eyebrows back then? Okay.
Check it out if you get a chance. I mean, it's terrible in Dario Argento way. You know, it's because like he'll like put an Iron Maiden song in there with lyrics and everything while a scene is going on.
Yeah.
And you're going, what?
He's a weird filmmaker.
Yeah, but it was very interesting. Not great, but interesting.
Thing to remember about Jennifer Connelly, her eyebrows are up here. Okay.
So I went to Spokane this weekend because my niece was graduating from Gonzaga. Go Bulldogs!
I spent some time in Spokane when I was a very young person.
I didn't know you had.
I believe it's pronounced Spokane.
Spokane.
If you look at the spelling,
It's Spokane. Yeah, my dad was, when he and my mom first got married, was on the Air Force Base there.
I didn't know that.
As a reservist.
Yeah, Bill was upset that he thought I was bad-mouthing
did.
the river that runs through town because I posted
It's
on...
called the Spokane River,
Yeah,
Gina.
well, I didn't know.
Spokane.
I posted it on my Instagram, a little video of the river.
Yeah.
And I said Spokane scares me because that water, it's violent.
And it's always like that. It's
Just-
Oh, is it?
Oh.
I thought maybe it was just that time of year.
No, I think it's always like that.
And Bill got all defensive about Spokane.
Making fun of Spokane.
No, I just was saying I'm scared of the water. That's all.
All right.
But so flying back yesterday on Mother's Day.
Is that nice? Did you have a nice Mother's Day?
I had a great Mother's Day.
Good.
Festus got me David Sedaris tickets.
Oh.
We're going to go see that in November.
I let my wife work in the yard.
You let your wife work.
Yeah.
David Sedaris, you and your son. There'll be a lot of mothers and sons there, I think,
Yeah,
to
there
get
will
together.
Jonesy got me some nice smelly body stuff. And
I just got that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Joe got me chocolate and wine, which is our standard go-to.
I was disappointed in our kids. They didn't get
Nothing?
their mommy
No?
anything, and I told them both I was disappointed in them.
They didn't like even bring a dead bird in?
Not even. Not even.
There you go, Mom. But so it's Mother's Day, and I'm flying home.
Yeah.
And it's a tiny commuter plane, so there's only like 2 seats on either side.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm on the window, and empty seat next to me.
I love those planes, by the way.
Yeah.
They scare me.
And I see this mom coming down the aisle.
Yes.
And she has 2 toddlers with her,
Oh.
a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old, I'm guessing about. And the mom and the 2-year-old sit in the seat across the aisle from me, and she says to me, "Is it all right if my daughter sits next to you?"
Ah.
Yeah, I said, "Oh, of
Yeah, 'cause
course,
you don't wanna split 'em up.
absolutely."
Yeah.
So Ava sits down next to me.
Oh, that's her name.
Her name
Yes.
is a little girl named
Ava.
Ava. I love it.
And Ava's beautiful. And the both girls are just like they probably went to Mother's Day brunch before they are beautiful springtime dresses. Their hair was just perfect.
And is the mother beautiful as well?
Beautiful mother. They looked like they've been out.
Did it make you feel bad about yourself?
Yeah, sure. Everything makes me feel bad about myself.
I mean, when I hang around with a man who is so very good looking, I kind of go.
Well, and that's hard for like mom to be put together and kids to
Yeah.
be put together, and Ava sits down and immediately, "What's this? What's that? What does that say? What?" And the mom leans over.
Was
and
she the youngest one?
No, she's the 4-year-old. And the mom leans over and she said, "I'm sorry, she's at that age where she asks. She's at the why age. Why?
Oh,
What?
That's irritating as hell.
Everything has.
Your kids
10
are still at that age, aren't they, Carrie?
Well, yeah.
They look at you with that look
It's irritating.
of, why?
What's that button do? Well, that turns on the light. Can you push it? Sure. Can you turn it off? Sure. Now, can you push it again?
At some point, do you say to Ava, "I'm not a trained monkey"?
She was really cute. Talked the entire
Really?
time. Poor mom with the 2-year-old. The 2-year-old cried almost the entire time. So she was dealing with her.
It was probably ears. Huh?
Yeah. Can I take the tray down now? You can take the tray down when that little light up there goes off. Can I take it down now? No, not yet. You can.
Oh, so she was a little bit dim-witted then.
But so toward the end of the flight, she stuck her arms in her armpits and was kind of flapping, and she's like, "Bark, bark! I'm a chicken."
Oh my!
Bark, bark.
Oh, this kid's irritating.
So not only is she dim-witted,
she's cute, and I'm like, "What happened to Ava? There's a chicken. I'm sitting by a chicken now."
You should not enable that behavior.
No, you're just encouraging it.
So then she goes, "Ruff, ruff, ruff, ruff." I'm like,
"Oh, it's a dog."
What happened to Ava? There's the dog here now. And then she goes, like makes a scary face, and
oh, you're being daddy now.
No, she makes a scary face with like scary hands.
Yeah.
And she bit me on the arm.
What?
Not hard. Like just
like
a little
love bite.
A little love bite, and she says, "I'm a zombie." This cute little girl in a beautiful little springtime dress with little curls in her hair. I'm a zombie.
I was just hoping she'd say, "I'm being daddy."
I said, "Oh, I really wish Ava would come back. I don't want to sit next to her."
I'm glad that she's gone.
Is there another empty seat?
And then at the very end of the flight, she looks at me, and because I've been saying her name a lot, and she said, "What's your name?" I said, "Gina." And at the top of her lungs, she says, "I'm sitting next to Gina."
Oh, you know, I'm tired just hearing this story.
What?
I would have been exhausted had I been sitting next to her.
You would have had a great time. Think about it, really. You would have.
She was cute.
Yeah, I would. I think it sounds. I hope Ava's not listening, because Ava, if you are, honey, were they getting off in Salt Lake?
Yeah.
Well,
no, she was darling.
We're making jokes.
No, she was really cute.
Yeah,
really cute. I was scared of zombie Ava a little bit.
Yeah.
But
when I said dim-witted, that was just a joke.
But I'm thinking it's Mother's Day, this poor mom traveling by herself.
Oh, I don't know. You know, the way they're put together, you said they all were very nicely dressed, all were put together. She has people.
She has people.
I'm thinking she has
That's the
people.
only way to make that happen.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My people.
Yeah. How was the graduation in Spokane?
It was awesome. I mean, it's long. Like, you're there for one person, but you have to sit through a 3-hour thing.
Was this a college or high school?
College, Gonzaga.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
And she was, of course, in the third row from the back for names being called. But it was great. It was great.
Good.
She's worked really hard.
Did you do anything fun in Spokane while you were there, other than go to a graduation?
Helped her unpack. I moved furniture.
So no.
Helped her move out of her apartment, and yeah.
That's it?
Uh-huh.
Now,
I wasn't there that long.
So you were? Did you stay in that hotel you were talking
Yeah,
about?
we'll talk about that later.
Oh, okay. It's another story.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Our mystery consultant, the all-knowing suit, has a question for you, because you said that your husband gives you every Mother's Day chocolate and wine.
Yes.
Chocolate and wine for Mother's Day. Is Joe a Beat Gina caller? That's a thought.
That sounds like it.
No, he knows me like our friends of the program.
I guess.
And he would never beat Gina.
So thank you, Ava, for not being a zombie the whole flight.
Yeah, that would have been scary.
I know.
Did you figure out who you were?
Did she?
Yeah, or her mother?
Well, I don't know. She was excited that she was sitting next to Gina.
All right.
Let's see. We've got lights out 72nd South and State Street. They're flashing red. Bad accident, I-215 westbound ramp. The one up by Beck Street, a friend of the program says. Another one says awful accident off I-215 North Salt Lake just happened. Those are all coming in via text, 33986.
Let's see. So we have your boner candidates, round one, coming up. Here they are. Number 1, The Perfect Choice. Number 2, Mindless Teens at the Prom. And number 3, Mr. Happy's dead, and I killed him.
Well,
all right, there you go. Round one of your boner voting, along with Big Boy News and Opinnuendo, all coming up after this short break, like 3 minutes is all.
Radio from Hell on X96.
of your boner voting. 3 news stories, examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior, and you will decide with your vote. Of these 3 stories, which one is the worst? Which one deserves to go forward to get that 50-50 chance of becoming Boner of the Day? Yes, you heard me right. If it wins here, it is not necessarily Boner of the Day yet.
What?
It has to defeat the winner of round 2's boner voting. Yes, at 8:20, 3 more boner candidates.
You're kidding me.
Different ones. And you will decide that round. We take the 2 winners of each round, throw them into the Boner Dome at 9:20 for Boner Fight. That's when Boner of the Day is decided. So pick your contender for round 1 now. 2 candidates now, then a third after the news. Once you've heard all 3, you'll vote. One of you lucky random boner voters will receive
a Gracie's gift card.
Here's boner candidate number 1. Now, I've said that I would not ever make Donald Trump a boner for doing stuff.
Because
this is
too easy.
It would be too, well, we could do all the boners every day.
But this is sort of Trump adjacent.
Trump adjacent, okay.
A few minutes before a service officially begins at First Baptist Dallas, the orchestra rises into sight, lifted by a stage elevator.
Wow.
That delivers them smoothly into position. The robed choir, some 130 people, file into place on risers behind them. A smaller worship team of performers strolls out front. The lights dim and the congregation, in this setting, an audience, really, hushes and waits for the show to begin. It's one Sunday, and they do this every Sunday at this Baptist church. And I've been in a Baptist church like this in...
a mega church?
Yeah. Where was it? I think it was in Atlanta. And I was amazed. It was, a First Baptist church. You walk in, it was huge with, television monitors everywhere. And this was back in the 80s. This is the church of Robert Jeffress. He was a pastor. He was little known outside of his hometown of Dallas, but over the past few years, he's become outspoken and influential in Trump circles. He prays with the president. He stands next to him in photo ops. He defends the president on Fox News all the time. On Monday, he's leading a prayer at the opening of the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem. It's just one more example of a promise he made, a promise fulfilled, Pastor Jeffress told Fox News. But what kind of a man is Pastor Jeffress, really? The president's pastor, the one who has...
I'm still stuck on the president's praying with him.
Yeah. It looks good.
I think he prays next to him.
He has to do it now. No, he has to pretend to do it now because he's president.
I use it for the optics.
Yeah.
Jeffries has said things like Islam is a filthy, murderous religion.
Yeah, it sounds like something Jesus would say, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, it does.
The Jewish people are mongrels. It's a horrible, they don't believe in Christ. It's a horrible religion. Mormons, he's attacked Mormons.
Yes.
He's the pastor of this church, and he is giving opening remarks at the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem. I, for one, am ashamed.
Mm-hmm.
Boner candidate number 1, the perfect choice. Boner candidate number 2, mindless teens at the prom. Things got a little wild at one high school prom, and some students and their parents are not very happy about it. Christopher Columbus High School, there's a problem right there, but Christopher Columbus High School's big night at the Doubletree Hilton Miami Airport Convention Center on Friday had a jungle theme. Okay? Jungle theme for the prom.
Okay.
Staff and student organizers spruced up the room with jungle-themed decorations. They made arrangements for several animals to be brought in, and one of them was a tiger in a cage.
An actual tiger?
Yes, ma'am.
Like a live tiger?
Yes, ma'am.
That's a bad idea.
Where do you get a live tiger for a party?
You call Mike Tyson.
You go Amazon. Amazon.
Oh, wait, it's Miami. It's Tony Montana.
Yeah, you call Tony Montana.
This angered some people. Oh, God.
What?
This angered some people who said it was animal abuse for the sake of entertainment. I would agree with that. And it's also dangerous.
Yes.
Student Marie Christine Castellanos' brother attended the prom. My reaction was, who got down on one knee and invited this tiger to the prom, she said. Castellanos posted on her Facebook page, how shameful for Christopher Columbus High School showing its students on prom night who is the king of the jungle. This poor tiger was used as an exotic amusement for the mindless teenagers who were present.
They had great selfies, though.
Tigers are wild animals. They do not need to be displayed as objects for our amusement at a prom. Boner candidate number 2, mindless teens at the prom.
Oh, there's video, too.
Oh, I didn't see the video. That's quite a... Oh, yep, there he is.
And he's not happy.
And in a tiny cage.
Yeah, x96.com/live. He's in a tiny cage, and he is not happy.
And there's performers doing, like, fire eating next to him, and he's not happy about that fire at all.
Thing.
I feel bad for the tiger.
do,
Look at he's watching the fire
he's
and getting
agitated.
very upset.
He is not happy.
Yeah.
Can't blame him.
Yep. That's boner candidate number 2. Coming up in a moment, boner candidate number 3. Mr. Happy is dead and I killed him.
All right. Boner candidate number 3 for round 1 coming up after this big boy news and a pinuendo brought to you by
Feldman's Deli, featuring corned beef, pastrami, mustard, pickles, imported from New York City. Now serving breakfast and lunch Tuesday through Saturday, dinner Thursday through Saturday, featuring local live music Friday and Saturday nights. Located at 20th East, 27th South. More information at feldmansdeli.com.
We tell you about it on Monday when they're closed for breakfast.
So you can think about
So
it
that
all
you
day.
can think about it and plan for the week.
That's strategic.
Because, that's sure. Yeah.
The second annual alternative, speaking of prom, the second annual alternative prom in Logan, designed to make LGBTQ students feel comfortable, was organized by kids this time. It was called Queer Prom. Oliver Wesley, the son of Logan Pride Foundation. Oh, he's the son of Logan Pride Foundation President Ricky Wheatley Box, was on the planning committee for this year's prom, which was held Saturday. He said there's a push among younger generations to reclaim the word queer. Apparently that word has just gotten up to Logan. They're just now. They're just
things
now.
are a little slower up there.
That's nice, Oliver, that you've realized that now. It's something my parents' generation grew up with as an insult, Wesley said. Now we see it as something beautiful and to be proud of. Queer Prom is an inclusive event, he said, and there were plenty of straight people as well. But I think it's nice that they're doing that. And Queer Prom, I don't know when Queer Prom is here. It's the only prom that we officially
endorse.
Somebody will let us know.
Yeah, somebody find out when it is, and maybe you could call us and tell us at 877-602-9696. Let's see, Aurora Cannabis, the Aurora Cannabis Company, has a friendly deal. There's a big merger. They are acquiring Med Relief Corporation in an all-stock transaction valued at $3.2 billion, creating a cannabis company capable of producing more than 570,000 kilograms of marijuana per year.
I want to know how they do business.
Well, the way they did this business, as you heard, was all stock. It's a stock transaction. So there was no money changing hands. Current shareholders of Aurora Cannabis would own 61% of the combined company, and Med Relief shareholders would own about 39%. The deal implies a price of $29.44 per MedLeaf common share, 18 cents above the Friday closing at $24.90.
But they don't. They have to operate in cash. How do you get paid for
Bitcoin?
I mean, I'm serious.
Well,
I don't know how.
I
don't know how they work it.
I
they
have
can't deal in banks.
Yeah, I have some idea about how they do that, but I wouldn't. I don't want to talk about it because I don't know the real specifics.
It might be Bitcoin. It might.
I know there's been talk of that.
Yeah.
Queer Prom in Salt Lake was April 7th.
We missed it.
That's
unfortunate. Let's see. Anyway, that's a big deal, and it will produce. I'm against this kind of monopoly, though. I think they're trying.
You want mom and pop pot?
Absolutely.
Stores?
Yeah, I think Aurora Cannabis is trying to just
exactly.
It's a monopoly. We should bust it up. Let's see this is an odd story. At a time when archaeological sites are a growing flashpoint in the debate over public lands, the Bureau of Land Management has blocked at least 14 staff, archaeologists, and other specialists, including some from Utah, from attending a major scientific conference, according to a report by the Washington Post. BLM staffers were scheduled to attend an April 14th gathering of Society for American Archaeology, among the world's largest organizations of professional archaeologists. And they're going to talk about environmental issues on how it affects archaeology and vandalism, but they have blocked these archaeologists, government archaeologists, from speaking.
Well, it's because they're going to be talking about science, and we don't, believe in science anymore.
That seems to be the case. Yeah. In response, conference organizers have canceled one of the symposiums that they were going to have because they couldn't get government archaeologists to come and talk about stuff because they were forbidden to. Now, these archaeologists would love to go talk about it. They work for the
They should have their own symposium.
Exactly.
As long as it's science-free.
Exactly.
In this administration.
This is kind of a cool look at a story. Sarah Huckabee Sanders basically admitting that Donald Trump knew that there was a pay-to-play scheme going on.
You know, that thing they were upset about Hillary. Yeah.
So on Friday, Sanders tried to make the absurd argument that news of AT&T's $600,000 deal with Donald Trump's bagman, Michael Cohen, in which Cohen agreed to help the telecom giant with its sought-after Time Warner merger, somehow vindicates the president. The evidence of this, she said, was that Trump and the Justice Department strongly opposed the merger, so the pay-to-play accusation couldn't be true.
Says who?
Because
this further proves that the president is not going to be influenced by special interests, she said. This is actually the definition of draining the swamp. But as people on Twitter and other places pointed out, following the logic, it implies that Trump would have had to know about Michael Cohen's activities, which included accepting $1.2 million from pharmaceutical giant Novartis and $500 from another. He would have had to know about it in order to oppose the deal.
Says who? Yeah, it's true.
It's true.
It's absolutely true.
And by the way, AT&T...
They're not thinking their lies through.
No, they gotta get together at least once a day and get these things squared away.
And by the way, AT&T has said, we deeply regret ever having a deal with Michael Cohen. It was a horrible mistake on our part. The person who was responsible for making that deal is no longer with the company, and we should never have done it. What does that tell you?
Yeah.
And finally this, Pete Wentz.
Fallout Boy.
Fallout Boy.
Oh, thank you. I was like, I know that name.
Has a new baby in his family.
Oh.
He and his wife have proudly welcomed another child. Oh, it's not his wife, it's his partner, Megan Kemper, and they have revealed their newborn daughter's name is Marvell Jane.
Marvell?
Well, it's either Marvell or Marvel.
It's Marvel.
It should be Marvell.
How's it spelled?
Well, it's Marvel.
It's Marvel.
Well, if it was two L's, then it would be Marvell.
It should. You couldn't, but Marvel sounds too much like marble. I think her name should be Marvell. Because people are going to say, "Hi, I'm Marvel Jane Wentz."
No.
And say,
I think
Marvel?
I think enough people know about Marvel that they will say Marvel.
Well, no, but I think if they see it, but if you hear it, doesn't it sound like marble, sort of? Hi, I'm Marvel Jane Wentz.
No one's going to call her Marble.
I bet they do. All right, that's it.
Her brother's name is Bronx.
Really?
That's right. And they're a lovely. Did we have a picture of them at x96.com/live? They are a lovely family.
It says we don't.
Charming family. All right, that's it.
All right. You could do sports here if you'd like, because we're ahead of the game.
Oh, we are? Okay.
Yeah, unless you got another story you want to do.
I meant to tell you about the robot dragon. Did you see that?
Yes.
I'll
go
tell you
ahead.
about that. There's a metallic fire-breathing dragon at Walt Disney World, and it's in one of their shows or something.
It's a parade or something.
It's in the parade.
Okay.
It burst into flames during the parade, but visitors thought it was all part of the show.
Well, Disney does things big like that.
Well,
Yes.
when you see video footage of the, it's appeared online, and I think we maybe have that at x96.com/live.
One second.
Coming.
Yeah, we'll have it in just a second. It looks horribly dangerous to me. I would have booked it away from there. But there are people.
You wouldn't have thought it was part of the show.
No. But I think people who go and spend a lot of time at Disney World, or Disneyland, it kind of just numbs their brains a little bit, you know?
Well, the thing is, Disney doesn't make mistakes.
That's the thing.
So
yeah. This must be on purpose.
Yeah, Disney is so meticulous about how they do everything. I probably would have thought it was part of the show.
Okay, here it is at x96.com/live.
It's the dragon from Mulan, I believe.
Yes, you're right. And that the video, now that looks like it could be on purpose.
Yeah.
Just the still shot. It's kind of cool looking.
Yeah.
No, there's the
There's the
video.
video.
That's not on purpose.
Yeah, no,
That's a problem.
So there are people still just
now.
standing there.
Now, what I want to know is, did Goofy come out with his fire truck?
That's a good question, but no, I don't.
Put out the
Gina,
fire.
That is an excellent question, but I think no, he did not. There are some guys with the fire extinguishers trying to put it out.
Oh, I want Goofy.
Well,
It's a 3-alarm.
That's what I want.
There they are putting it out.
Yeah. Gosh, Biggie.
That's funny. All right.
All right, that's it. Now,
Weather traffic.
So it looks pretty nice right now, but we're supposed to maybe have some more thunderstorms coming up later this afternoon and into tonight. 69 for a high. Let's see. Friends of the program say free mattress, Bangor Highway, SR 201 westbound. So enjoy that. Crash 215 westbound, slowage due to rubbernecking. Yeah, give me a cross street there so we can let people know a little more detail on that. Thank you for sending that. 33986. Southbound I-15 at Parish Lane in Davis County. 2 left lanes are closed in that area. And crash westbound I-86 east in Salt Lake. That is off to the right shoulder. Black Velvet Boutique is locally owned and operated sexual wellness resource, open 7 days a week. Drop in and find something fun and exciting. Don't forget Mention Radio from Hell. Get 30% off lingerie, located at 293 South State Street in Clearfield, and blackvelvetboutique.com.
And I am not safe from Disney nerds.
mm-hmm.
The dragon is Maleficent, okay?
Maleficent's
not
dragon.
the one from not the one from
when she
Mulan.
turned into a dragon.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's in what movie is that?
Sleeping Beauty.
Sleeping Beauty, yeah. So here we go. Boner candidate number 3. Mr. Happy is dead, and I killed him. Jeff Gaylord he entered the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office over the weekend and turned himself in because he said, I killed Mr. Happy. His room was a mess all of the time. His toys and dolls are everywhere. He left his empty vodka bottles all over the kitchen. He never picked up his empty cocaine baggies and left the toilet seat down when he peed. He messed up my apartment to the point where I just couldn't get it clean. I said, before Hap started doing drugs and acting weird, he was my best friend. We'd go dancing. We'd play in the children's park equipment, play on the children's park equipment. We were fans of doom metal. I listened to it for hours with him.
He looks sad.
He does, because he said, but then I had to kill him. I killed him, and
he didn't want to. You can tell just looking at him.
I cut up the body with a hatchet, and I buried him in my backyard. As it turns out, Mr. Happy is not a real person. It's Mr. Gaylord's imaginary friend, and he went in and confessed to the murder of Mr. Happy, his imaginary friend. Police said Mr. Gaylord was extremely intoxicated when he came in and threatened to kill police officers after they told him, we can't give you the death penalty for killing your imaginary friend. You can't? Well, I'm going to kill you guys then. At that point, they locked him up. Boner candidate number 3, Mr. Happy is dead, and I killed him.
All right, let's review the first 2 candidates and vote.
Boner candidate number 1, he's the perfect choice, isn't he? Pastor Jeffress, the perfect choice to give an opening remarks at the U.S. Embassy, the opening of the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem. Pastor Jeffress, who has said that Islam is a religion of filth, and God is not. God does not. He said God is not against building walls, and that's why there has to be a wall on the border. He defended Donald Trump's S-hole remarks about talking about African countries. Mm-hmm. He's just not and he says Mormons are horrible, evil people as well. Mm-hmm. That's number 1. Boner candidate number 2, mindless teens at the prom. A prom with a jungle theme in Florida, and there is a live tiger in a cage at the prom. Not a good idea. And boner candidate number 3, Mr. Happy is dead, and I killed him.
All right, this is round 1 of your boner voting. You've got to decide which one of these 3 is the worst. In your opinion, which one should go forward to boner fight and get that 50-50 chance of becoming boner of the day? If it wins here, it goes up against the winner of round 2. Yes, we have 3 more new boner candidates for you at 8:20. And we'll pick a winner in that round as well. We take the 2 winners and throw them into the Boner Dome for boner fights. That happens at 9:20. So pick your contender of this round. Which one is the worst? Candidate 1, 2, or 3. Remember your candidate number. Put that number in the message of a text. And then text that to 33986. Pretty easy to do. Most people vote that way. Others call 877-602-9696. Looks like Festus is taking votes in the producer's booth. Or you can go to x96.com and look for the box that says Boner Voting May 14 and vote there. Better hurry, though. You've only got 3.5 minutes. Let's go. Round 1.
Radio from Hell on X96.
All right, 7:44. Time to award round one of your boner voting.
And before we announce round one of the winner, there was something I neglected, and it's very important that Ohio State baseball swept number 8 Indiana in a 4-game series over the weekend. Forgot to mention that during sports, and it's very important. So there you go.
It's very important sports.
Now it's time to announce the winner of today's boner voting, and it's brought to you in part by Lobster Tails.
Ooh.
And Gracie's Monday Night Jazz Session with David Halliday and the Jazz Vespers Quartet from 7 to 10. Like Gracie's on Facebook for updates. Adults only.
So boner candidate number 1, the perfect choice. This pastor from a Baptist church in Dallas, Texas, who's become very prominent, speaking at the opening of the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem. This is a pastor who called Mormonism a cult. He said that voting for Mitt Romney would be a vote for Satan. He says that Islam is a religion that promotes pedophilia, and it is a heresy from the pit of hell. He's that guy, and he's the one that one of the people President Trump hand-selected, to speak at the opening of the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem. Boner candidate number 2, mindless teens at the prom. A live tiger in a cage at a high school prom. Dangerous, but really mean to the poor tiger.
Yeah.
My God, that animal was just so upset. And boner candidate number 3, Mr. Happy is dead, and I killed him. It's a man who walked into a police station and confessed to killing his former best friend and cutting him up. It turns out, though, Mr. Happy is not real. He's an imaginary friend, which makes it even sadder somehow. Let's see. Cameron won a Gracie's gift certificate, and it was a real boner battle today among all 3 of the candidates.
Oh, really?
Now, coming in third was number 2.
Really?
The Tiger, with approaching 100 votes. Coming in second, losing by only 6 votes, number 3, Mr. Happy is dead, and I killed him.
Okay.
At 108 votes, the winner is number 1, the perfect choice.
Which is good.
The perfect choice for the boner.
Yeah, because apparently number 3 did not happen.
It was a Snopes.
It was
was
Snopes,
it?
and it did not happen.
So good. I'm glad that didn't win.
All right.
Oh, I didn't notice the website that it was from. I just took it from our aggregator, Jeremy. That's where I got it.
So Jeremy didn't realize it.
But now I look at it closely. It's from a website called moron.com. That would have tipped me off if I noticed it.
Should have.
I'll have a talk with Jeremy. So there's your winner of round 1. It goes up against the winner of round 2. We got 3 new candidates at 8:20. We'll pick a winner from that round. We'll throw them both into the boner fight at 9:20 to find out who is boner of the day. All right.
It was kind of an imaginary boner.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I'm going to tell you about the Day of Zen.
Oh.
You don't do that.
Oh.
No. I mean,
You
some
don't do
people
that?
might, but no, you don't do that.
In your head?
Some people might, but
Okay.
you don't. I've not heard anyone mention Om or do Om or anything about that.
Okay.
So the Day of Zen, it's the two arrows Zen temple or Zendo, I guess they call it. It's just down here, just off Second South, behind all the railroad yards, and like you can see the back of the central hub where all the buses go and the trains go and all of that. And it's in art space, and it's a very nice setup they have there. They have a meditation room, and then they have a big meeting room as well. And I've been going there with our old friend Bad Brad Wheeler, who's gotten very into Zen meditation and has actually taken Buddhist vows. And
He's got a Buddhist name now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think
Wow.
it's Manjushri, which is an I think it's okay if you say that out loud.
Uh-oh. Did you just...
No, it's fine.
I don't know how that works.
It's fine. And that is an incarnation of Buddha. It's the Buddha of wisdom. So they've taken Buddha in the Chinese tradition, the Zen tradition, and they'll have Buddha in different poses and kind of looking different for different attributes. Anyway, so I've been going, and I've been enjoying it. I like the people there, and there are a lot of friends of the program, as it turns out there, who've been very circumspect about talking to me, though. They have not...
Well, you're scary.
They haven't come up... Well, I think they've let me be intentionally. They've only indicated that they know me if it somehow has come up in conversation. You know, that not me even talking about it. They just... like one guy yesterday asked me, you have a really good voice. Are you a singer or are you, you know? And I said, no, I'm not a singer. I can't sing at all, as a matter of fact. And a guy standing next to me, who I now know after being there several times, has never said anything to me, said, well, he's on the radio. Yeah. I listened to your show. So anyway, they have this thing called the Day of Zen, where it's pretty intense Zen meditation for about, let's see, I think I was there 6 hours or so.
You were there for 6 hours?
Well, it's not all meditation, but a lot of it is. So there'll be a 30-minute meditation session, and then they also do this stuff in Zen, and I don't know if it's just this temple or if it's, I don't know that much about it yet, but they do what they call walking meditation. Sometimes it's fast walking, but the real interesting one is slow walking meditation, where you take just tiny half steps and meditate as you walk. And we did it outside in the rain, in this big field behind the Zen, behind Art Space. And there was all kinds of activities. I had an umbrella. And
I don't know. I think if you're Zen, you're just out there.
No, Gina, there is no more. An umbrella is about as Zen as it comes, I think. Umbrellas to me are very Zen. But at any rate.
Okay.
So I really enjoyed it. I'm walking slowly, and I'm trying to open my mind up to what's going on. You know, the whole idea of mindfulness, and open my mind up to the surroundings and not think about myself or my problems, but just be
in the moment.
Be in the moment. Be at one with the universe as it presents itself. And it was great. I was loving, and I think we did it for about 35 or 40 minutes in the rain, walking, and a couple other people had umbrellas. Everybody was wearing rain gear. And then right at the very end, they end the session by they'll clack some sticks together, clack, 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 like that. And so just as it ended, I was looking down at the ground, and there was a giant pile of human feces right next to me.
Now, you've been walking around in a circle the whole...
Just randomly.
So
thank God I did not, and nobody else apparently had stepped in it because it was carefully mounded. Oh, by the way, I guess this is poop chat. And it's down there where there are a lot of transients and that kind of thing.
But Bill, I think if you had stepped in it, you would have had to have been in the moment.
I know.
And mindful of the poop.
And it kind of took me out of the moment when I saw it. But fortunately, the walking session was over. But it was really I thought maybe that's Zen. I don't know. It could be.
Well, maybe you better ask somebody.
Brad and I.
How should I handle this?
Yeah, Brad and I kind of joked about it for a while, but it's anyway. It's a really nice place to be. Anybody, some of the people who I know listen to the show. If you're hearing this now, you are all wonderful people. I really like them all. They're very nice, and it's. I spent the entire rest of Saturday, so I left there about 2:00 in the afternoon.
Were you Zen? Did it carry through?
Yes. I swear I was blissed out all day.
I want to be blissed out all day.
It was a very pleasant feeling.
I can help you with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carrie, it's that feeling. It is that feeling. Yeah. Without doing anything, without any artificial stimulation. It was like.
So you're gonna keep up with it.
Yeah.
Sure.
I am. Unless if you find I'm being too nice to you guys.
I don't see that happening.
Well, if I am being too nice to you, then I'll probably stop.
Because it's bad for business.
Because it's bad for our show.
Well, I was wondering if you wanted to take, some time before the show to
every
do
morning.
It every morning.
With the three of us?
No, you by yourself. Me? You just go do it.
I've thought about it. Yeah.
You should find a way to make that happen.
Yeah.
Is it hard when you're tired though?
Yeah.
To do it?
So I've tried to do it in the morning before I come to work, and I'm usually too tired, and I'll fall asleep. But if I came to work a little early,
Could we get you a little space here?
Oh, we got the little green room.
I could just,
yeah,
or I could just do it at my desk, really.
Yeah. Well,
But I
the
mean,
green
actually,
room's quiet.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Try and come because really 10 minutes and you can get a kind of a nice.
Carrie, it might not be good for the show.
Yeah, that's.
I think it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Let's just see.
Okay.
Let's give it a try.
If Zen Bill shows up.
Are you hoping
let's
for
find
something?
Out. Let's find out.
If Zen.
Don't worry, we'll pick up the slack. Don't worry about it. We'll jump in there.
If Zen Bill shows up, we'll know it's a bad idea.
I can get you going if we need to.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know how to
I
do
know
it.
you can. Yeah, you can. You could have even done that to the Buddha. But Buddha.
You know what you should have done,
Yes,
Buddha?
Yeah. Well, you know why they do that, Buddha. It's because I'm going to apologize for everybody now, Buddha.
Oh, that is nice. I should really be getting a massage while I'm hearing.
That is what it sounds like.
Now, this is called Buddha Dreamer.
Really?
Relaxing Zen music. That's what I looked up. Find it.
Yeah, that's kind of the music they play in spas. Or when I go see I'm really getting into it. When I go see Dr. Zhang, the acupuncturist. He has this
with
kind of music
all of this
going
on, you should be in a great place. Your Zen and your acupuncture and your...
Yeah, I wish I felt better. It's costing me a lot of money to just feel a little bit good, you know.
But think about all of the joy you're bringing to those people whom you're giving money to.
That's true.
Get back into your head there.
That's
yeah.
true. Would you care for another cocktail?
Then you go to the traffic.
Sorry.
And that's not Zen at all. Crash both directions. 78 south, 2400 west. Crash eastbound SR 201, 73rd west. Crash southbound I-15 Parish Lane in Davis County. 2 lanes being affected there. Crash westbound I-80 6th east in Salt Lake. So, unfortunately, we've got some stuff going on. You can always text us too. Free mattress in the road. Oh, somebody says, Gina, all lanes are open at Parish Lane. Accident has been moved. Thank you. That's helpful. I appreciate that. 33986. Coming up, we have a keyword to give you for the summer of 300 and some odd bands.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Bill Frost will be here.
Yes. We can talk about that whole Brooklyn Nine-Nine situation
and other TV news.
What's on TV this week as well. Short break here, like 3 minutes is all. Stand by. KXRK Provo. Oh, we could send you to a couple of bands in concert. Hell, we could even send you to a festival to see a bunch of bands.
It is the 23rd century. Humans have left the lowly confines of planet Earth and have sought their destiny among the stars. While many things have changed, one constant remains: the need for young men to venture forth and do the work of the Lord. This is the tale of 2 such men who, at the age of 19, have answered the call of their general authorities and are embarking on a 2-year mission to spread the gospel throughout the galaxy. This is the story of Space Elders! Today, we find our elders roaming a desolate, uncharted, dark, smelly planet, looking for someone or something to convert. It is sometime between breakfast and lunch.
Oh, man, I don't feel so well.
I warned you against eating eggs you found in the middle of nowhere on a planet that isn't even on the map.
But I was hungry. Besides, they were tasty.
Well, if you don't feel well now, you have no one to blame but yourself. Come on, we're falling behind schedule.
How can we have a schedule on a planet with nothing on it?
We won't know if this planet is uninhabited until we explore some more of it. Come on, let's go.
What the flip? Lehigh, help!
Ew! George, it looks like your breakfast isn't setting well with you. What the heck is that? Looks like the planet is inhabited after all.
Get it off
Stand back. I'll take care of it.
Oh, hi, ma'am. Who are you? And why in heaven's name are you pointing what appears to be a flamethrower at my companion?
Name's Ripley. Lieutenant Ripley, and I'm about to torch that little critter before it gets a chance to make a run for it.
Hi, my name is Newt.
Well, it's nice to meet you both. I'm Elder Christiansen, and this is Elder Jensen.
Hi.
We represent the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
You know, the Mormons.
We were wondering if you'd ever heard of our church, and if so, if you'd like to learn more.
Enough with the chit-chat. I need to kill that monster before it grows any bigger and has a chance to fight back.
Oh.
Now, Lehigh, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
If you would just stand back a bit so I can get a clear shot at your friend's chest.
What?
I will do no such thing. All that little critter has done is ruined a perfectly good suit for Mr. Mac, and as long as there's a chance in heck of converting either it or its mother, we would prefer that you leave it be.
Do what you have to do. God knows I will.
Look out, Butch!
Burn, you bastard, burn. Sorry, I meant the alien thing, not your companion.
Butch? You okay? Butch, speak to me.
Is this the end of Butch? Will Lehigh take a shot at converting the alien queen despite the charbroiling of one of her offspring by Lieutenant Ripley? Will Newt get to say anything else in this episode? Tune in next time to hear...
Say, Lehigh, these things aren't half bad cooked, Hey, has anybody got any Tabasco sauce?
In the next titty-twisting episode of Space Elders!
Jackson, Bill Allred, and Gina Barberi on X96.
Sponsored?
First, Carrie.
Oh, yes.
X96 is proud to present the never-ending Summer Unity Tour featuring The Offspring and 311 with special guest Gym Class Heroes Friday, July 27th at USANA Amphitheater. Tickets are on sale at all SmithTix outlets and SmithTix.com. Now, I have tickets to that show to give away. with a keyword. I'm going to give you that keyword. You're going to text it to 33986. If you win those 311 Offspring tickets, you will be qualified for our Summer of 324 Bands with 3 huge music festivals, flyaway, round trip, airfare, hotel, all that stuff. So here's your keyword, kids, Kids, kids. Text that to 33986.
And now for Bill Frost.
Yes, brought to you by Bad Apple, introducing low price guarantee on iPhone screen repair. Just bring the advertised price from another business and Bad Apple will beat it. 10 locations, badapplerepair.com.
Well, here he is, Mr. Frost, William Frost. Bill, is your name William, actually?
Yeah.
William Frost.
Yeah.
He is here. He is the TV writer for Slug Magazine, and also he has a podcast called TV Tan, which is about TV and drinking.
Yeah.
And
what else do you need?
And then he has a rock and roll band, which is all about sex and drinking.
And yeah, you're about right.
Yeah.
You've covered it all, Bill.
Rock and roll band called
Magna Vega.
Magna Vega, yeah.
Find it all at billfrost.tv.
Thank you.
All the stuff.
And now, TV.
Well, it's a whole week of finales, some series finales now, we found out, and royal wedding garbage.
Hey, now, some of us care about...
Now,
I'm building a wall between myself and royal wedding coverage.
Now, is that
a good idea?
Is that going to be broadcast like wall to wall
Oh, are you kidding?
on a network?
The actual wedding?
Yeah,
that
all of that
probably
on a major network, or is it going to be on cable or what?
I
don't know.
I
Now,
did not look into it.
If I may.
Yes.
Gina would know this better than I.
I remember when Princess Diana and Prince Charles got married.
There were only 3 channels back then.
We all remember.
But my point being, there were only 3 channels back then.
Right.
And we all woke up early so we could watch.
We sure did.
It was hours of broadcast. And that was back then, so I am certain there will be an entire day of broadcast.
Did you read the stories about her father, Stephen? Is it Stephen, I think? Did you read those stories?
He's trying to make money off the paparazzi.
Yeah, well, there were a bunch of photos of him, and they looked as though they were supposed to be like they'd captured him, sitting and reading a magazine in London and getting his suit fitted. They were all staged, and he sold them, and he sold them to some magazine. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's not TV. So
no. What else?
Well, there's only a couple of new things premiering this week. Then I have a big list of everything that got canceled.
What significant got canceled?
The weirdest thing that happened is that they kicked Riggs off of Lethal Weapon.
Now, what was the deal there? I don't watch the show, so
it's
I'm
actually not terrible.
I'm not in that universe.
But it's mostly not terrible because of the guy they just fired.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Clayne Crawford.
What
really good.
What was the deal?
Apparently he was a dick.
He was a problem.
He was a problem and a dick.
On a hit show.
He's also the best part of the show.
And he's the best part of it. Well, yeah, Riggs is the lethal weapon.
Yeah. And he's very good in this role, but apparently he's a dick.
He must have been really horrible.
He must have been
for them to take that step.
Yeah,
because it's a hit show. I mean,
yeah. So they're bringing in Sean William Scott.
Well, and people like him.
And the fans are the Clayne Crawford fans are not having it.
I would imagine. That seems like a weird thing.
Has Mr. Crawford made any comment about this?
He has. He says, I wish everybody the best. I'm sorry for any. He's been pretty gracious about it so far.
So he said, I'm sorry that I was a dick?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He said it before he got fired, too. Yeah.
Really?
So he must have been really a dick.
I mean, why don't you just take him aside and say, look, here's the deal? And
my guess is they've done that and it hasn't worked.
Yeah.
Hey, look, here's a pile of money.
Yeah.
You can go back to doing your indie flicks now.
All right.
And then what about this, the Brooklyn Nine-Nine thing?
Brooklyn Nine-Nine canceled by Fox, but NBC said, we'll take it back because it's produced by NBC Universal Studios.
Oh.
Is that what's going on with a lot of these cancellations?
A lot of it, yeah, because studios are now realizing, networks and studios, the whole synergy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better to own it outright because you can make money on it later on.
Well,
as
that
opposed
just
to,
makes sense. I'm surprised they were doing that.
I'm surprised
anyway.
I'm surprised any of it happens anymore. But yeah, so NBC Universal owns Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so it said, okay, we'll take it back.
Yeah.
And they're going to put it on mid-season. It'll be on in 2019, season 6.
Okay.
For
All
a
right.
shorter season. Just last night, as Gotham. Gotham is they're going to do a 5th and final season.
That'll be the final.
Yes.
Are you okay with that, Carrie?
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I've been enjoying it. It just doesn't care anymore. It stopped caring about
In a good way or a bad way?
In kind of a good way. They're
right.
they're just doing anything that they want to do now.
I would be fine with the Selena Kyle spinoff. I think she's pretty interesting.
Well,
yeah.
it's become the villain show. It's less about Bruce Wayne, and it's about the villains on the show. The
Yeah.
Riddler versus the Penguin, and
Sure.
and now the Joker.
Yeah.
Or is he the Joker?
Yeah.
You know?
Also, Alfred. I like this Alfred.
Is he English?
He's the best Alfred.
Yes.
Is he English?
He's Welsh, I believe. But your kid, because he likes the Joker,
Mm-hmm.
would love what they've been doing with the Joker on this show.
Well, I can tell you right now, he'd say, "Well, it's pretty good, but it's no Jack Nicholson."
Well, but here's the thing: is that he had. So we didn't realize he had a twin brother, the guy who we thought was the Joker. And this guy cut his face off and then stapled it back on. I mean, he was doing crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But then he made his twin brother crazy, and he's become the more classic Jack Nicholson type Joker now. 'Cause he wears the purple and the hats and everything, and his face is white, and except he's evil. He's not wacky or silly or funny. He's an evil Joker. I think your kid would like this Joker.
I'm just grateful that my son did not see Frank Gorshin's Riddler first, because he would have claimed to this day that was the best.
The best Riddler.
Best,
The original
Riddler.
is always the best.
The Caesar
You
Romero.
mean Caesar Romero?
Caesar Romero,
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
And the cancellation that hurts the most, Lucifer.
Yes.
On Fox.
Daddy's Story's gone.
Is it because it's expensive to do?
I don't know.
I don't
Well,
think
it's because
so.
nobody's watching it except
Besides
Carrie.
me and
Actually, it did
Frost.
pretty well. Reasonably well in the ratings, yeah.
Yeah, and they're leaving us apparently with a big cliffhanger.
Yeah.
He said the showrunner said we wanted to end on a big cliffhanger so we wouldn't get canceled. But now it turns out we're getting canceled and just going to piss off the fans because of this big cliffhanger.
And also, The Last Man on Earth ended
Also
with a cliffhanger.
left us with a big cliffhanger.
And it's canceled.
It's canceled now, yes. But
And it's curious the things that they canceled that seemed like they were successful, and the things that they brought back, like that Tim Allen thing.
oh yeah, they're bringing Fox. Apparently, Fox is going more towards multi-camera laugh track comedies because of one example
because
that worked.
Roseanne worked.
Yeah.
And that's not why Roseanne worked.
Well, and the people that like Roseanne will like the Tim Allen one, because that's like, it's kind of a conservative.
Actually, it's just a terrible sitcom.
Oh, okay.
Just like Roseanne.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's really nothing conservative about it other
No?
than Tim Allen is.
Yes.
That's it.
That's
Yeah.
And yeah, Ghosted is probably gone.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
The weird one they brought NBC renewed is AP Bio, which I swore no one was
I
watching.
don't even know
Just
what
you
that
and me.
is.
That's that Patton Oswalt.
Glenn Howerton, he's a teacher.
We played a few drops from
Yeah.
it. That's where the overly friendly woman who works at and
I'm going to squeeze the
I'm going to squeeze the candy
jelly
out of you.
candy, yeah.
We need more of her on that show.
But Kevin Can Wait is canceled, so I'm good with that.
That's fine.
I'm totally good with that. And as far as anything new premiering this week amid royal wedding garbage, Citizen Rose is back for 3 more episodes. It's Rose McGowan behind the scenes of being Rose McGowan these days.
Okay.
Well, is that interesting?
She's interesting.
Is she?
Yeah. I don't know. I think they covered it pretty well in the first episode several months ago. I don't know well, she's Rose McGowan. She's probably got plenty left to say.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
And also the second season premiere on Friday on Netflix of 13 Reasons Why.
Oh.
That's the controversial
Yeah.
suicide show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's back, and supposedly they're going to
Are
try
they
to
13 more reasons? or are
13
these
more reasons.
For a total of 26 reasons.
26 reasons, yes. And going on.
There's another 13 we didn't remember. Oh, going on.
And Saturday, Bill, you might be interested in this. HBO's remake of Fahrenheit 451.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yes.
very much.
Starring Michael B. Jordan
I'm going to watch that.
and Michael Shannon.
Yes.
All the things.
Yeah.
It has all the things.
I watched a little preview of that, and he is so Michael Shannon-y.
Yeah.
He's just so evil.
And
so
it's
good when he does
it's
that.
an updated story, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
it's a current.
Yeah, they rewrote it so that it would incorporate things
Modern
like
day.
the internet
Yeah.
and all that.
But it's still about books.
Yeah, at the base it's books.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
You know.
And I saw Michael Shannon on an interview about this show recently. He's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
He's not comfortable being in his own skin, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, he was enteardaining, but man, he's crazy.
He's a weirdo.
We saw him at
Just say it.
Sundance, and
He's a
somebody
weirdo.
said, you should go talk to him. I'm like, no, he scares me.
Where'd you see him interviewed? I'd like to see it.
I think it was on Seth Meyers' show.
Okay.
All right.
And that is your week. And
is the week.
I'm sad to say young Sheldon is still around.
Well, I don't know. Is it? Oh, that's not. It's Jim
I mean,
Parsons.
it's the
but
character.
Yeah, but it's not the actor Jim Parsons in that.
He's voicing.
He does the narration.
Because he got injured doing a play in New York. I don't.
A play?
Yeah, he's in a play.
He's got network money. What's he doing a play for?
Because he wants
He's
to
an
stretch his
artist,
artistic
Bill.
chops.
Okay, I'm sure he's
I
exactly the same.
I was going to say, he's doing the exact same thing that he's doing on Big Bang Theory, just in a play.
Yeah, I watched that show. Patrick Melrose.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbum.
Oh, do you have that story where he's talking about how he's not going to agree to do anything anymore if his female co-stars aren't paid the same?
No, I didn't
he
see
is?
it.
I'll find it for you.
Anyway, I was just going to say I didn't think it was that good. I'll probably watch another one, but he's great, if that makes sense. The show's kind of, I don't know. But man, he's a good actor.
Crash both directions, 78 South, 2400 West in Salt Lake. Crash eastbound SR 201, 7300 West off to the left shoulder. That Parish Lane accident, thanks to the friends of the program that let me know that's all cleared up. But if you see anything else, text it to us, 33986.
Boners round 2. Here are your candidates. Number 1, they're trying to bring the price down. Number 2, the All-Watucky laundry sniffer. And number 3, the pupusas at Del Chino are pretty pricey.
All right. We got round 2 of your boner voting, along with Big Boy News, all coming up after these. Like 4 minutes is all. Stand by.
Listen to X96 at 8 a.m., 2 p.m., and 5 p.m. to win tickets to 311 and The Offspring.
Norm. Spell it with me now. N-O-R-M. And now we'll use it in some dialogue as our 2 Utah men, Levar and Legrand. Today the boys are standing outside the ward house, chatting with a new ward member who has just moved in from out of state. Again, the word is Norm.
Well, Brother Jensen, it's nice to have you in the ward. Where do you come from?
Yeah, what ward was you in and where?
I'm from a ward in Anaheim, California.
Well, we kind of spotted you as a Californian.
Yeah.
You may have noticed that not many of our ward members wear Hawaiian shirts to church.
Nor do many of the male members of this ward have pierced ears either, Elder Jensen.
Yeah, I'm hip. I felt like the brother from another planet in there. Thank goodness I wore shoes.
Well, why didn't you bring Mrs. Jensen and the little Jensens to church today? Maybe they haven't moved up here with you yet.
Or if they are here, I hope they're not sick.
Oh, no, I'm not married.
Oh, a Californian and a bachelor too, huh?
Hey, is Anaheim anywhere near San Francisco?
No, it's not. Anaheim is the city that Disneyland is in.
Oh, that's right. Disneyland. That's that big amusement park with Mickey Mouse and stuff, ain't it? We never been to Disneyland.
We've been to Lagoon. That's an amusement park. It's good enough for us.
You ain't gonna wear any of them mouse ears to church, are you?
No, I don't think so. I don't imagine I'll be wearing this Hawaiian shirt again either.
So, What did you do for a living down there in Nanaheim?
Well, I was and still am a tax accountant, and because you fellows have been so nice, I'd be happy to offer you some tax advice for free.
I don't pay taxes. I don't have an income, so I don't pay no taxes.
And I have a fellow that does my taxes, Norm.
Oh, what's Norm's last name? Is he in this ward? I'd kind of like to meet him.
No, his name's not Norm. His name's Evan. Evan Christiansen. Why did you think his name was Norm?
You said your accountant's Norm.
No, he said his accountant was Norm. It's a city near Provo, Utah. Orm! That's where this Evan guy is. Norm!
Oh, sorry.
Sure. We'll see you next Sunday, Brother Jensen. You should save that shirt you're wearing, too. I'm sure we'll have some kind of luau night in the cultural hall this spring sometime.
Yeah, we all get a little crazy that night. The radio coming up after these, but first it's some big boy news and opinionuendo, but more importantly, we begin round 2 of your boner voting. 3 news stories that are examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior, and you will decide with your vote who of these 3 is the worst, which one deserves to go forward to boner fight, and get that 50-50 chance of becoming boner of the day. It'll go up against the winner of round 1. We did that an hour ago. You missed it. Well, there's some of you that didn't.
Well, yeah.
Most of you. You missed it. So 2 candidates now, then a third after the news. Once you've heard all 3, then you'll vote, and one of you lucky random boner voters will receive.
It can't buy it, gotta win it. Radio from Hell boner t-shirt courtesy of Excel Automotive Repair. Radio from Hell's official auto mechanics. Don't buy a lemon. Try Excel Automotive's $50 bumper-to-bumper used car check over before you buy. Limit 2 cars per $50.
Boner candidate number 1, you know what they're doing. They're trying to bring the price down. El Paso County, Colorado. You can't even set foot inside Paul and Jenny Fish's home without wearing a breathing mask, according to KMGH-TV. Their dream home was destroyed after they thought the house was sold. I mean, there was just no words. Feces and urine spread all over our white cabinets, all over our hardwood floor. It was even on the ceiling. 10-foot ceilings, said Jenny Fish, the homeowner. The Fishes put their home on the market for $450,000, and the first offer they received was for the full asking price.
Okay.
They were elated.
Yeah.
But there was a catch. The buyer said they wanted to rent the home with the promise that they would close in 3 months. We were told these people were 100% qualified. There was no question about it, said Jenny Fish. Everything seemed to be fine. They had no reason to doubt the offer. The realtor drafted up a contract with information about the loan and the closing date of January 31, 2018. The deadline came and went without the buyers closing on the home, even though they were living in it, renting it. The couple attempted to work out a new deal with the would-be buyer so they could continue renting and eventually purchase the home. The buyers stopped paying rent, and then they had no choice but to evict them. It wasn't a quick process, but Paul and Jenny Fish were not prepared for what they found when they went into the home, ruined with human waste and urine. I didn't understand why they did this. I couldn't understand it.
So, like, were they living that way, or did they say, like, we're leaving?
Well,
so now we're going to
I don't think they know. I suspect they did it on their way out.
And take that.
Or they were trying to bring the price of the house down a little bit. That's what I think. Boner candidate number 1. Boner candidate number 2, the Awatucky laundry sniffer. It's one thing to be concerned about somebody lurking around your backyard, but how about trespassing just to smell your laundry? That's what's happening in Awatucky, Arizona. Arizona? Yeah. And it's all caught on camera. At around 12:30 a.m. Saturday, a homeowner's motion detector alarm thing went off. She says she wants to remain anonymous, but there was a body back there, so I knew there was somebody in the yard. She jumped out of bed. I called 911. I was scared, she said. She thought that this man on the camera was going to break into her house. But then he did something bizarre and unexpected. He picked up her laundry and smelled it several times and then walked away. But it gets weirder. The day after Christmas, their surveillance camera picked up exact same thing, a man coming into their backyard smelling their laundry again. It's the same guy.
You mean like hanging to dry out?
It does not say.
Because if he's in the yard, that's...
I think so, though.
So then it's clean laundry.
Yeah.
He has a...
Creepy.
When you said this, I was picturing...
The other.
The other.
He just keeps coming into our yard and smelling our
they
laundry.
Must be using that gain. It's
It's not.
Smells
it's
like
not,
a summer breeze.
It's not right, she said. It's a pervert smelling my laundry. We've got kids in this neighborhood.
I bet, ma'am, if you change your laundry detergent, he will be disappointed and he'll move on.
Boner candidate number 2, the Awatucky laundry sniffer. That would be kind of creepy.
Yes.
Coming up in a moment, boner candidate number 3, the pupusas at Del Chino are pretty pricey.
All right, boner candidate number 3 for round 2. Coming up after this, Big Boy News and Opinnuendo, brought to you by...
When life feels like it's crashing down on you from above, Lifetime Roofing is here to offer you peace of mind in that home of yours. You and your family have your own personal fortress of reassurance. Roofs at Lifetime Roofing are simply better than everyone else's, period.
A soldier, let's see, Shamika Buraj, suffered a near-fatal car accident 2 years ago, but not without losing something pretty important. She survived this car accident, but she did lose something important. Her ear, her left ear, was severed in this car accident. Ooh. But now, thanks to a novel procedure performed at an Army Medical Center in Texas, Ms. Burridge is getting that ear back in an unusual way. Plastic surgeons harvested cartilage from her ribs, and they are creating a new ear.
Are they growing her an ear?
And you know where they're growing it?
Right there.
Under her skin. They put it under the skin of her forearm to let it grow in her body.
If you go to x96.com/live, you can see a picture of it.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty strange, though, isn't it? It looks very odd.
I hope she walks up to people and puts her arm in their face and says, "What was that? Huh?"
I bet she does.
I hope she does.
I bet she does. Plastic surgeons, it's the first time this has been done by Army surgeons. I guess it's been done a few times here
I know
and there.
they've grown it on, like, rats.
Animals, yeah. It's called pre-laminated forearm free flap, said Lieutenant Colonel Owen Johnson, Chief of Plastic and Reconstructive Surgery. Some of the big advantages is it's reduced the chance of more scarring around her ear. Also, growing the ear under her skin of her forearm allows new blood vessels to form. The ear will have fresh arteries, fresh veins, and even a fresh nerve, so she'll be able to feel it even. It won't be numb. That's crazy. When they put it into a place where it goes. Pretty amazing. So I guess you don't necessarily lose your hearing if you
I think it makes
lose
it more
an ear.
difficult. I mean, your ear is there for a reason. It captures the sound.
Ahead of the United States putting its embassy in Jerusalem today, Utah Republican Senate candidate Mitt Romney tweeted that he has concerns about one of the event's headlining speakers. Yes, and we will talk about him every news break. Robert Jeffress, Texas Baptist pastor, who said that a vote for Romney is a vote for Satan, calling Islam the religion of pedophiles. Yep, he's giving the opening speech, one of the opening speeches at the embassy today. I think he's already given it. I'd be interesting.
Yeah, they've done the opening.
I think Trump has already spoken too.
It just happened. Trump wasn't there. He's doing it via video or something. Yeah.
I feel more comfortable on TV.
I don't need to. I want to stay home. I don't want to go anywhere.
They don't have cheeseburgers in Jerusalem. I'd be interesting. It would be interesting. I'll find out what Pastor Jeffress had to say at that opening. If you can find it, Gina, that'd be cool.
I'd like to know what Satan had to say about being linked to Romney.
Yeah.
Like, don't even.
Yeah, don't go there.
Oh, he's not mine. No.
Police are investigating whether a Tesla's sedan's semi-automatic or semi-autonomous autopilot feature was engaged when it rear-ended a fire truck in Utah. The Tesla Model S crashed into the truck at 60 miles an hour, apparently without braking before impact, according to police in South Jordan. The fire department mechanic truck had been stopped at a red light. The crash comes as federal agencies investigate the performance of Tesla's semi-autonomous driving system. The Tesla airbags were activated in the crash, and the driver suffered a broken ankle, but nothing life-threatening, and nobody in the fire truck was injured. There was no indication that the driver was under the influence of any substance, and information on why the driver may have told, or what the driver may have told investigators about the crash, not available or weren't available when this story was written. There was light rain falling. The roads were wet when the crash occurred. And they think maybe he had it on that autopilot feature and wasn't paying attention. I don't know how that system is supposed to work. It's not meant to be something that you can just let the car drive itself, but I don't know.
It seems to be able to.
I don't know what it does other than more than cruise control does. I guess it probably can keep you in your lane, sort of.
Could be. I don't know. I'd have to.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't trust it. I'm never going to find out.
I was, although when I was driving that Subaru Impreza with Nate Wade in it, no, Warner. The other Subaru place, Mark Miller. And they beeped when I would go out of the lane, but they said also that it has a feature in it that if you were driving toward a brick wall at 60 miles an hour, the car would sense the wall and brake for you. You would probably not crash.
I don't want to test that.
Well,
Come on, Gina.
Nope.
They don't let people.
It'll be
test
fun.
That.
It'll be fun.
Might be fun. Let's see. Now there are layoffs at the Salt Lake Tribune today. They announced them a week ago.
But that actually happened today. I haven't seen
any names yet.
But it's significant.
Yeah.
And there are layoffs and then retirements, which I don't know if those are forced retirements.
Well, probably. Now I interviewed Robert Gerke Kirby. I interviewed Robert Kirby on Friday, and he's almost at the retirement age anyway, but he doesn't want to retire. He said, I will do this until I can't write anymore. But
he enjoys it.
Yeah, so I wonder if they would force somebody like that into retirement. It would be silly to do because he's very popular.
I haven't seen a list yet I just know that it happened today.
Go listen to the Let's Go Eat show, theletsgoeatshow.com. My interview. I think Kirby's up, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Robert Kirby. He's really funny. He's really smart and really funny, and it was a great interview. I think it was a great interview. I enjoyed talking to him.
Bill, all of your interviews are great.
Well, thanks, Gina. This story I forgot. Dylan sent me this. I didn't believe it when he said it, but apparently Donald Trump and Sean Hannity like to have a little phone call with each other right before bedtime.
No, you hang up. No, you. You first. Okay, we'll do it together.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Sean, I said hang up.
I'm not. Listen, you hang up first.
No, you.
I can't. You.
I'm the president.
All
I'm
right.
ordering you.
All right.
To hang up.
Well, on 3, then I'm putting down. All right.
3, 2, 1.
You didn't hang up.
You're still there. I ordered you.
So, anyway, they before
I'm
bed.
Picturing them in their jammies.
Yeah. Before bed
with a princess phone.
They talk almost every night, apparently.
Jeez.
Well, don't you? The last thing you want to do before you go to sleep, you talk to the person you care the most about.
Yeah.
Before you close your eyes.
Mm-hmm. That'd be Sean Hannity.
That makes perfect sense.
You know, Donald Trump gave a moving speech about his mother on Mother's Day.
You ever seen a picture of his mother?
I never have.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Oh my God.
But he did fail to mention, of course, his wife Melania and any of his ex-wives, mothers of his other children.
But how are the ratings?
I don't. He really said that, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. About when he actually talked about TV ratings when those prisoners were.
Yeah, he made it about him.
Dylan
like he
found
does.
it.
Oh, there it is.
That's you.
Oh my word!
Well,
Go to x96.com/live. Yes.
Right. Mary Trump. Her now I can't. Her face is not really distorted like that, is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's just a screenshot from her
interview.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well,
she's scary.
That's who he looks like.
Yes. That's
Like
where he gets
his
the hair
mother.
from.
Yeah. I do my hair just like my mother's.
Come over and wash my hair, Sean.
x96.com/live.
Now listen, I have to get to sleep. I've got to get up early. I'm not going to wash your hair tonight.
Come over and wash my hair and rub my back.
All right, Mr. President.
I'm sore right back.
Do I come in the back?
You have your own key.
You want me to? Okay.
Use your key.
All right. All right. I'll be. You like that Garnier fruit tea stuff, don't you? I'll bring that with me.
It gives me luxurious waves.
Listen, I'm thinking I might try Gee, your hair smells terrific.
No.
No. All right. I'll bring the Garnier fruit.
I wish they still made that beer shampoo.
Yeah, well, they don't.
Don't you?
Don't drink the
All right.
beer.
Listen, I'll be right over.
All right. Sports, weather, traffic.
Sports. Okay, here's all the TV places you can watch the wedding.
Okay, all right. And it's at 2 a.m. though,
This is
right?
No, so this is sports.
Okay.
PBS will be showing the wedding live. They're also running a 5-part nightly series starting May 14th, which will end in a live broadcast of the wedding on the 19th. Now, CBS is starting their coverage at 4 a.m. on the 19th. Tina Brown will have Gayle King with her, and they will live stream it. MSNBC also starting at 4 a.m. NBC 4:30 with Savannah Guthrie and Hoda Kotb. That's going to be the one you watch. Bill,
Yeah,
probably.
you bet.
Fox's coverage starts at 5 a.m. Eastern Time.
Well,
BBC,
that's not America. Why are they covering it?
BBC America, ABC, E. You can also do a Fathom Events and go to a movie theater and watch it on a movie
Really?
theater. Yes. And, of course, streaming online. Lots of places it will be streaming online.
I weep for this country.
It is the Bill Frost. You are the TV reporter, and this is the TV event of the year, and you were ignoring it.
She's not my American princess.
You should go to the theater one and just interview people for your articles.
There will be British wedding cosplayers there.
Actually, I would like to go to the theater one to see who actually shows up at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Do it.
At the Cinemark or wherever.
Yeah. That'd be funny.
Is Broovies doing it? I could go to that one.
That'd be good.
That'd be good.
That's sports.
That's sports?
Yep.
Okay.
Weather, thunderstorms later. It's nice right now, but they say this afternoon into the evening we could get some more thunderstorms. 69 for a high.
Looks like the Simpsons sky out there this morning.
Boop, 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 ba-doo. Stalled vehicle eastbound SR 201 35th West. Right lane is closed there. Crash affecting both directions, 78 South, 24th West. Northbound I-15 coming through Sandy. We've got slowage there, but things are looking fairly good this morning. I'm going to check our message stream quickly. Crash at the intersection of 27 South, 13th East. Southbound 13th East is affected. Thank you for that. Big accident eastbound Antelope Drive in Layton. Major delays getting on the freeway. Those all came in through our text line, 33986.
People are requesting the Donald Trump, Sean Hannity goodnight phone call bit to be a regular feature on this show. So.
You could put it out on a cassette, a best of cassette.
Best of cassette, yeah.
All right. Well, all right, I'll do it, Donald. This is boner candidate number 3. The pupusas at Del Chino are pretty pricey. A waitress at a restaurant in Chelsea, Massachusetts was stabbed by a man who tried to dine and dash. The waitress, who is identified as a 34-year-old woman working at the Las Pupas del Chino at 11 p.m., chased after the patron after he ran out of the restaurant without paying his bill. The woman confronted the thief in his car, and according to Chelsea police, once the woman got to the suspect's vehicle, he pulled out a knife and stabbed her in the neck.
Oh.
She suffered a couple of serious wounds, but she will recover, according to Chelsea Police Captain Keith Houghton. Everything just happened all of a sudden. When I walked up to the front, they said, she's running after that customer. He went without paying, and so that's when I came out, said the restaurant manager, Gilberto Ramos, who arrived on the scene as emergency crews were placing the woman into an ambulance. She will survive her injuries, and no word on whether the guy got away or was arrested. Oh, he was arrested. He fled westbound, but he was pulled over and arrested. Police say they're investigating this case. It's unclear how much the man's bill was, but I understand the pupusas at Del Chino are pretty pricey. Boner candidate number 3.
All right, let's review the first two and vote.
Boner candidate number 1, they are trying to bring the price down. That's why the couple who was renting a home with the option to buy it or with a plan to buy it, they apparently smeared feces and urine all over the house before they left. A really bad maneuver to try and bring the cost of the house down. Boner candidate number 2, the Awatucky laundry sniffer. Some guy showing up in this woman's backyard on more than one occasion, smelling her laundry. And boner candidate number 3, the pupusas at Del Chino are pretty pricey.
All right, here we go. This is round 2 of your boner voting. You've got to decide of these 3 candidates which one is the worst. Which one deserves to go forward to get that chance to be boner of the day. If it wins here, it has to defeat the winner of round 1 that we did last hour. So pick your contender. Which one deserves the chance to become boner of the day? 1, 2, or 3. Remember the candidate number. Put the number in the message of a text, and then text that to 33986. Most people vote that way. Others call 877-602-9696. Fastest taking votes in the producer's booth. And you can vote online at x96.com. Look for the box that says Boner Voting May 14 and vote there. Better hurry, though. You got less than 300 seconds to do it. This is round 2 of your boner voting.
Keep the radio on. A 1-hour nonstop music wingding starts at 10.
It is the 23rd century. Humans have left the lowly confines of planet Earth and have sought their destiny among the stars. While many things have changed, one constant remains: the need for young men to venture forth and do the work of the Lord. This is the tale of 2 such men who at the age of 19 have answered the call of their general authorities and are embarking on a 2-year mission to spread the gospel throughout the galaxy. This is the story of Space Elders! Today, we find our beloved missionaries knocking on the door of a sand crawler on Tatooine.
Man, this thing is huge. Who ever heard of a camper being 100 feet long and nearly 60 feet tall?
Well, it's not really a camper. It's more like a mobile home. An entire tribe of Jawas call this sand crawler their home.
Well, I guess we better introduce ourselves before they decide to move on.
Hi there. I'm Elder Christiansen, and this is Elder Jensen. Hi. We represent the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
You know, the Mormons.
And we was wondering if you had heard of our church and if you'd like to know more about it.
Lehi, I think my universal translator in my name badge is broken. Could you tell me what the little guy said?
Well, I didn't understand him either. Oh no, our translators must not be programmed for Jawa. Now we'll never be able to bring them our message of salvation.
Excuse me, sir. Perhaps I can be of some assistance.
And I suppose that you speak Jawa.
I am a protocol droid, programmed in over 3 million forms of communication.
And I suppose that one of those over 3 million forms of communication is Jawa?
Oh, Jawa's like a second language to me. You be quiet, R2. I do speak Jawa like a native.
Well, then, if you wouldn't mind, could you tell us what they're saying? Talk to them.
Utna Bak Chala Elders? He says that they want your hyperbikes.
Well, you tell him that we need them to do our missionary work and that we would really need to be going soon, too.
Kala Chuk Nakda Zulat Tem, Elders Lokta Nimboshan. Oh my.
What did he say?
He says that they will join your church in exchange for the hyperbikes, and they want to keep your name badges too.
They want eternal salvation and our hyperbikes?
Cool. They get our bikes and we get our first converts. What a deal. I mean, there must be 2, maybe 300 Jawas on board this piece of junk. I mean, we could convert them all.
Butch, those hyperbikes don't belong to us. They belong to the church.
And so will the Jawas after we baptize them.
Could this be it? Converts for Elders Christiansen and Jensen at last? Would the church frown on bartering for membership? And how many Jawas can you convert for a pair of Mark 32 hyperbikes with custom fender flares and luggage racks? Tune in next time to hear Lehigh say... No, and that is final. Now, Mr. 3PO, if you would just kindly ask the Jawas to give back our name badges, we'll be on our way.
Well, all right. What if I give them my luggage rack and fender flares and we just baptize, a couple of them?
No! That is your big problem, Butch. You always try to do things the easy way.
Oh, yeah? Well, listen to this. I've been letting you win at Scripture Chase.
On the next road stunting episode of Space Elders!
Bill Allred and Gina Barberi on X96.
All right, time to award round 2 of your boner voting.
And round 2 of the boner voting is brought to you in part by Artichokes.
And all month long, Performance Toyota Bountiful saluting our U.S. military with a $1,000 discount on any new Toyota for any branch of the military. Offers may be combined.
Boner candidate number 1, I think they're just trying to bring the price of the house down, That's why they rented it with the intention they were going to buy it. But it was a pretty pricey house, $450,000. And this couple apparently spread urine and feces all over the house and ruined it. As boner candidate number 2, The Awatucky laundry sniffer. Some guy in a woman's backyard, he's done it at least twice, caught on camera at night smelling her laundry. And boner candidate number 3, well, you know, the pupusas at Del Chino are pretty pricey. A waitress in Massachusetts at a place called Del Chino, where they sell pupusas, she ran after a customer who didn't pay his bill, and she got stabbed in the neck for her troubles. And she will survive, and the stabber was later apprehended. David won a boner T-shirt, and the winner, by only 2 votes. These are all kind of slight candidates, I thought, lightweight candidates. But the winner, number 3, the pupusas at Del Chino are pretty pricey.
I think they like the title.
Maybe. Won by 3 votes.
All right, there's your winner of round 2. It will go up against the winner of round 1's boner voting coming up.
We'll see.
Boner fight happens at 9:20. That's when boner of the day is decided. All right, is this sponsored?
Carrie.
Always
Geek
Carrie.
News is always brought to you by our friends at Cabin Fever. Lunchboxes, playing cards, jigsaw puzzles, gift books, tin signs, and more. Visit them on the corner of 5th South, 7th East, Cabin Fever. So much more than a card store.
I know, you don't like to presume.
I don't want to presume.
Right. I know.
I don't, never want to take that for granted. Yep. All right, brand new episode of Geek Show Podcast available right now, geekshowpodcast.com. We're on Spotify.
How'd you do that?
Go figure.
I don't know.
Did a youngster do that for you?
I don't know how it happened. And apparently it happened some time ago.
A wizard did it.
And I'm just
I
finding
thought Spotify was just reserved for the Mark Marons of the world.
Well, I guess I'm up there, I suppose.
Good for you.
It's kind of hard to get on there, but once you do, that's a good thing.
Yeah, so look for us on Spotify. Search one word, Geek Show. That's it. Let's see. Oh, and this episode you cannot listen to unless you've seen Avengers Infinity War. So, Bill Frost, you can listen now because you went this weekend.
And I got Marvel's playing by my daughter.
Don't ask her. Call me. I'll I'll do it less condescending.
Okay.
I'll just go, well, because I'm happy to talk about it.
You won't go, God, Bill.
I'm happy to talk about it. Let's see. Speaking of Infinity War, if you have not seen it, you're the only person on the planet who is not, apparently, because this... And again, people get tired when I read the box office numbers, but you have to understand my perspective. Because
you never thought this would happen.
Like I said, when I'm, 13, 14 years old, reading these comic books, I kept saying to myself, this is the greatest movie that I will never see. We shouldn't be able to make Thanos jokes on Saturday Night Live. This is my point. But it's the biggest superhero movie of them all. It is, and it's starring Thanos. It just blows me away. Its third weekend at the box office, $1.606 billion in global ticket sales. It just opened in China. And it's just killing there. Infinity War opened in China. Its final foreign market, based on local currency, the mega superhero mashup scored the second biggest 3-day debut in the Middle Kingdom, behind The Fate of the Furious, which they loved over in China, apparently. Marvel and Disney have high hopes for the movie's prospects in China. To put it another way, Infinity War is just days away from surpassing the entire lifetime run of Avengers Age of Ultron in China, which is
just in a couple of days.
240.1 million. Yeah, in just a few days.
Oh, gosh, I think it's going to be bigger than Star Wars.
The movie's domestic weekend take of 61.8 million was the fourth biggest gross for a film in its third weekend, behind Black Panther, Avatar, and Star Wars The Force Awakens. Infinity War reached 500 million in just 15 days, the second fastest of any pick behind The Force Awakens, which was 10 days. It's just ridiculous that, in my mind, it shouldn't be happening in my mind. In the real world, this should not be happening.
Get used to it.
All right. Let's see. Now, a while ago, I told you that Sci-Fi was talking about doing a Tremors series.
With Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
And Kevin Bacon was more than happy to do it. He said he wanted to revisit this character.
I think it'd be fun.
And then we heard that Sci-Fi passed on the pilot. Well, Kevin Bacon leaked a trailer for the pilot.
Have you got it?
I've got it right here, and you can look it up. Just look up Tremors series trailer, Kevin Bacon. Now, They're called graboids, yeah. And so the graboids, it says they disappeared, never to be seen again. And so the series was going to be, you know, poor Kevin Bacon has got, you know, nothing going for him because he's not a hero anymore, you know. But then they come back.
I heard something.
I thought you killed all the graboids.
So did I. So did the world. But maybe we were wrong.
You're trying to live in a memory that doesn't exist anymore because everything else has changed.
Couldn't pass up a chance to be the hero again.
Okay, fine. You all bury your heads in the sand, which, if I'm right, is a really stupid place to put your heads.
So apparently the graboids come back. Now, as you watch the trailer, you look at this and you go, this looks like it would have been pretty cool.
Yeah.
Why did Sci-Fi pass on it? And we still don't know why they passed on it.
Oh, is that Reba McEntire and what's his name in it as
No,
well?
no, they're not.
Yeah, that guy is. He was on Family Ties. What's his name?
So you wonder why they passed on it. We still don't know. But you know who's happy they passed on it? And this is the ridiculous part.
What?
Tremors fans are happy that this series is not being made. Do you want to know why?
It will ruin the franchise.
By saying that the graboids disappeared after the events of the first film, which this series does.
Yeah.
It ignores all the sequels that have since come out.
What about the graboid canon?
Which have placed sandworms in countries around the world. Also, they're upset that Michael Gross is not in it because he was the only actor to appear in every single interpretation of Tremors.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of. I thought that was him in the scene.
If you love this, you should love that it's coming back, or was trying to anyway.
So
maybe it looked too expensive.
The fans are thrilled that this is not getting made.
The trailer looks cool.
The trailer looks great, and I hope they at least let us see the pilot episode.
You know the original movie with Kevin Bacon.
Mm-hmm.
It's over the top. The
Sure.
acting
Yes.
is over the top.
Mhm.
And it's comedic, and it was really a good movie. And it looks like he was trying to reproduce that.
Yeah. Let's see. So the movie company Paramount Pictures they want to do a G.I. Joe movie. They want to do a new one. So they say, let's do a movie about the most popular G.I. Joe character. You know who that is?
Mm-mm.
It's Snake Eyes. See, here's a problem. Snake Eyes, the character, does not speak and never takes his mask off.
Well,
so
either they'll change it and make him speak.
Well, then that would upset the fans.
No, they could just have somebody voice his thoughts.
That would upset the fans, I think, as well.
They could put a graboid in it.
There you go.
Could he have a little buddy that speaks for him?
That would be upsetting. to
Snake
the fans.
Eyes is not happy.
Snake Eyes, little buddy.
I mean,
make him Asian,
Because I mentioned this to Jimmy, and he goes, well, I mean, Charlie Chaplin didn't speak. I said, yes, but Charlie Chaplin had a face.
How am I scared of something that doesn't speak and I can't see his face?
So, yeah, there's a good idea. Go ahead, Paramount.
They'll show you.
Oh, hey, maybe there's a way to do it. The writer that they have hired started in Disney Animation, so there might be a way to do this.
You thought there was no way that they could do an Avengers movie.
That's true. All right.
Crash southbound US 89 at 100 North in Layton. Stalled vehicle eastbound SR 201 35th West. That's affecting the right lane. That's about it. Things look like they're clearing up other than your normal slowage for this time of the morning around northbound I-15 in the south part of the valley. Looks like that's traffic.
All right. Thank you very much. Coming up, we got Boner Fight. Stand by for that. Also some news. KXRK Provo.
This is very important. X96 is your home for non-stop music.
It's Bill. I don't think I can make it into work this morning.
Bill, it's 2 a.m. What the hell's the problem? Wait a minute. You're not staying up all night watching Mary Tyler Moore on Nick at Night again, are you?
Yeah. Mare has such a great job. She works with such fun people. I just can't make it in to do the show today unless...
Unless what?
Well, if you call me right back, I could probably make it in.
Fine. I'll call you right back.
Hello.
Mary, this Lou Grant.
Oh, Mr. Grant. Mr. Grant, it's 2 o'clock in the morning.
I know what time it is, Mary. I looked at the clock the minute I ran out of scotch. Mary, I need you to do something for me for this morning's production meeting.
Really, Mr. Grant? Anything.
I need you to come in early and make coffee for the TV station brass.
Coffee, Mr. Grant.
And I need you to sharpen up a bunch of pencils, too.
Mr. Grant,
And I want you to present your idea for that WJM News Magazine show that you want to do.
I on Minneapolis? Really, Mr. Grant?
Really, Mary? And I'm going to tell the station owner that Mary Richards is the best associate news producer I've ever worked with.
Oh, Mr. Grant.
So I'll see you at the station bright and early, Mary?
Yes.
Good night, Mary.
Goodbye, Mr. Grant.
Who was that, Bill?
There is no Bill. There's only Mary. I'm sorry I woke you, Ted.
Oh, God. That's all right, Mary. Say, Mare, I was thinking about that Eye on Minneapolis show that I'm going to anchor. Why couldn't we call it Ted Baxter's Eye on Minneapolis?
Ted, I don't think Mr. Grant would approve that.
I'll just beg him until he gives in. I'll just go, oh, come on, Lou. Please, please, Lou, please.
Thank you.
Wow.
The Cult Love Removal Machine, which I don't know what kind of a machine that would be.
Removes love.
I have not heard that ever.
And it's because on this day,
Ian Asbury, cult singer,
lead singer,
56 years
Who plays
old.
the guitar? You know?
Good guitar.
He's really good in that cut.
They're coming to town, remember?
The
on,
Cult!
August 20th.
Yeah.
So thank you. That made me happy.
Okay.
So something made me happy.
What?
I went to a play on Friday night. Very unusual. And I've seen several things by this production company now. Sackerson, I've mentioned them before, the Sackerson Company. And their stuff is usually a little off-kilter, interesting, offbeat. As a matter of fact, and they're very good. They did a play recently called Do You Want to See Me Naked?
No.
Written and directed by Morag Shepherd. And Morag Shepherd is a woman who wrote the play I saw Friday, too. This play, Do You Want to See Me Naked? You would really like it, Gina. It's about a sort of heavy-ish woman. It's a one-woman show who is LDS.
Okay.
As a Mormon, and she writes about her troubles dating and having to wear garments, and
I would be interested.
And it's great. And as a matter of fact, I think it went to South by Southwest and did well there. And they're doing it in New York now.
Ooh.
They're going to perform it at some festival in New York. And I know all that because my niece is. There's just one woman in it, but there are musicians. And my niece plays the violin for that play, and she's going to New York. But anyway, this play I saw, Hindsight, also written by Morag Shepherd. It was on the streets of Salt Lake, riding public transportation and walking around downtown. It was so cool, I couldn't believe it. So I won't tell you where it started, but because the audience is instructed, only 5 audience members allowed.
Well, they're never going to make any money with this.
Yeah.
No, well, I want you to go see it, though.
They only let 5 people go.
I know. I think the tickets are inexpensive. I think they're about $18 or something like that.
How many times are they going to do it?
They do it, I think, twice or 3 times a night, and I don't know how long they're going to do it. So anyway, here's how it went. Went to a certain location, a bus stop downtown. They said, meet us at this bus stop downtown. And there was the director, Alex Ungerman, with a suitcase with a little antenna on it and a transponder in it. They gave my wife and I, and there was just one other invited audience member for this. This was a dress rehearsal, essentially. It was a professor or a teacher at where Alex teaches. And he said, don't I know you from somewhere? And I said, well, I don't know. He said, I know. You were in that Trent Harris movie.
Really?
Delightful Water Universe.
That's what. No, I don't believe
You're
you.
making
I kid you not. I kid you not.
That
was
where he knows
weird.
you
Yeah,
from.
that was weird. He is not familiar with my work on the radio. I asked him about that. So anyway,
That's hilarious.
it's weird. So anyway, they give you headphones and a little, a transponder that you put in your pocket that you can adjust the volume if you want. And so there are 3 actors total in the play. It started out with just one woman. And she gets on the bus, and we follow her on the bus. And it's a UTA bus that arrives at a certain time, and then we hear her having a phone conversation with her mother, and you can hear her talk because she's mic'd. And I'm not sure how they did the part with the mother, but you can hear her mother's
both
voice.
Sides.
Yeah,
okay.
And she's talking about a breakup and a boyfriend, and And so then we get off the bus and we go to another location, Exchange Place, where we walk to Exchange Place, follow her down the street. And Alex is always right there with the suitcase because it's the transponder, And there's interludes, music before. And then she get to Exchange Place and out runs this guy who is her boyfriend. And they have a conversation and play a scene there. And we stand around and watch them, and we can move wherever we want.
Do you feel weird?
No, it's really cool. And as they move, we'll move, to get a better view of them. And they're mic'd. And then he leaves, and she walks down the street and goes into that little, I think it's the Pie Hole, or it's a little pizza place there on Main Street. Or was it Eva? Anyway, no. It was the pizza place. We go in there, and she has a scene in there with her boyfriend and a guy. And it just goes on and on throughout Salt Lake. It was about 90 minutes, and it ends at Temple Square at the Reflecting Pool. which I hadn't seen that for years. So you're at the reflecting pool, and they call that because the temple is reflected in it, you know? And
Thanks.
But what's really cool about it is, so this is the last scene of the play, and Alex just kind of motions to you. You guys stay there. Don't follow the actors. And they walk around the reflecting pool, and he follows them because he has the transponder. And they're talking as they walk all the way. And it's big. And they walk all the way, and they sit down on the other side of it and play out a scene, and then they play out and talk as they leave Temple Square. It's just amazing.
Did you clap?
Well, yes, they came back, you know, and started talking to Alex, and I said, and my wife and I went, and then we said, take a bow. You should take a bow. But they had to run and do it again. They're doing like 3 a night. I don't know how they'll do it.
Wow.
And there were costume changes. And it was all done. We took one bus ride, one tracks ride, and they're like weird people on tracks, you know, and there were
not part of it.
No, just strange looking, you know, people that I'm not familiar with. So anyway, it was great. If you just look for it's called Hindsight, HINDSIGHT, and the production company is Sackerson. Just go to SACKERSON.org, Sackerson.org. I would recommend it highly. And there's only 5 audience members allowed per show.
Like I said, they're never going to make any money.
Exactly.
But I guess they're doing it 3 times a night, and it's just. I mean, you should do it. You both should do it. It's so cool. I think that would be something great for you and your husband to do, Gina. He'd go crazy.
Well, that's nice, but it's all sold out.
Oh, it is?
No, it can't be. It can't be all sold out. Really? No.
Oh wait, no. You can buy
on.
a single ticket for
a single. Yeah, so go by yourself.
Maybe
you can find it. You can find some, but it's just really well written. She's a great. That woman, Morag Shepherd, has a great ear for dialogue, and it's very, very good. So.
We got Boner Fight coming up after these. Also, a reasonable amount of news. Stand by.
I'm Todd Newcomb, and every.
Radio from Hell with Carrie, Bill, and Gina. 96.3 FM, X96.
Richie flew back from Cedar City, and he flew back on the SkyWest plane with a celebrity.
I sitting in the waiting room, the lobby, if you will, waiting to get on my plane. Hey,
at the terminal.
At the terminal. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
But Cedar City has a brand new airport, so it's not really like a terminal.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a cabin, like a mini Cabela's looking airport thing.
Okay.
And terminal was the word I probably should have used there.
Right.
And I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I see my old friend Mike Levitt, former governor, and now
his old friend.
Well, and here's why. Hey, Mike. Apparently now Bill told me I should have called him Mr. Secretary. But I said, hey, Mike. Hey, Richie. How's it going?
So how do you know Mike Levitt? He's from Cedar City.
He's a Cedar SUU grad, and I met him the first time my dad used to work for him.
That's right.
And then also, though, when I did a TV show down at Southern Utah University called SUU Live, and we had him come on and sing Happy Birthday to us. He thought he was going to be discussing hard-pointed issues, and it was kind of a mix between Saturday Night Live and a late show with David Letterman kind of format. And so we got him to come on and sing Happy Birthday to us and eat birthday cake.
Yeah, it was like the Late Show with David Letterman and what else?
And Saturday Night Live.
But kind of the non-funny versions of those.
Exactly. If you can remove all the humor from those.
All of the intelligence and humor out of it. It was kind of like that.
That's exactly what it was. So he sang Happy Birthday, and he's never let us forget that.
So did you tell him what you were doing? Where you'd been? Did you chat with him at all?
I did. I said, I've been working. I was down here for the radio station. He knew that I worked. He said, how's that going? I said, pretty well, working in Salt Lake. Work for X96. And he kind of went, he knew exactly what that was. I said, you're welcome to be on the program tomorrow morning if you'd like. I guess he was flying to D.C. later last night, too, so obviously he couldn't. But
did he have really any idea what X96 was?
I think
he's been on the show before.
Yeah, his face read like that he had a clue, an inkling, if you will. But just, I asked him. I said, this bird flu really a big deal? Are we really needing to worry about it?
And he said, nah.
Yeah, forget it. No, he says, it's kind of like a tropical storm. It could be something big or could be nothing. I said, okay, thanks.
What a thoughtful man. He's such a
great.
thoughtful man.
He was a nice guy.
So you rode back to Salt Lake with Mike Levitt, eh?
Yeah.
All right.
He snores, I think. It was either he or his Secret Service guy that was snoring in the front of the plane. There was only 10 of us, so we're like, come on.
I'll bet it's him. You know why he's snoring, don't you?
No idea.
He has bird flu. That's one of the first symptoms. You snore.
I'm surprised he was flying with the bird flu.
Oh, no, it makes it easy to fly. Yeah, that's part of you get the bird flu. Part of it is you start to fly.
96.3 X96. Substandard equipment in Ogden. Now, Carrie, Bill, and Gina have a big fancy studio in beautiful downtown Salt Lake. And they still find things to bitch about. X96.
All right. We got Boner Fight coming up in a few moments, but first, a pretty reasonable amount of news brought to you by.
Brought to you by a brand new concept called Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, now open in Riverdale, just east of the Home Depot on Riverdale Road. Get an unbelievable haircut, hot lather, neck shave, and a hot towel treatment for just $12. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week.
Bumbershoot Cumber Snatch has, no, wait, that's not right, is it?
Doctor Strange.
Benedict Cumberbatch, who is really great. He's a great actor. Has committed to only taking on projects in which his female co-stars receive equal pay. In an interview with Radio Times, the Avengers Infinity War actor, Doctor Strange, as Carrie said, calls pay. He's got a pretty big role in that movie, too.
In Infinity War, yeah.
Wow. He calls pay equality a central tenet of feminism, and says he's proud to be only one of two men at his production company, something he'd like to see replicated elsewhere.
Does he thank Bill Allred and Kerry Jackson in Salt Lake City for showing him the way of having equal payment to?
I'm sure it's in there.
I'm sure it's in there.
Let's see. It's a long story.
It's a long article.
You guys pioneered that years ago and should get the credit you deserve for
I
that.
wish you wouldn't bring that up.
Why?
Because I regret it every single.
Too late now.
I regret you getting equal pay ever since.
That ship done sailed.
Yeah. He said, I'm proud that my friend and business partner Adam and I are the only men in our production company. Our next project is a female story with a female lens about motherhood in a time of environmental disaster. I don't understand why he says, I'm proud that Adam and I are the only men in our company.
Meaning he's hired all women.
I thought I was thinking
It's
they
all
were the
women.
only two people in it.
It's all women except for the two of
I
them.
agree with him. We need more women around here.
We were talking about that on Sunday because it was Mother's Day, and I always thought that there's something about women that we're talking about male and female traits, and there's something about women I think that is absolutely unknowable. There is a mystery about women that they don't even know themselves. You know what I mean? I mean it's that and men are just there. They're just we're just
women are more complicated.
Yeah,
I think
we're just playing.
yeah.
We're just playing, and when you hang around with the guys, you pretty much know where it's going to go. You do guy things, and I don't care for that.
You don't like guy things?
No. I would much rather hang out with women because they're mysterious. I know what guys do. I don't need to hang around with guys. I know what they're like.
Let's get rid of the guys on our staff and replace them with women.
All of the guys?
I mean, except for us, of course.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Us too.
You
but
two,
everybody.
and then guys,
And then it's
gals.
all women.
If I had to do it over again, we would have hired a female producer.
Well, we tried.
Oh, that's right. It was you, wasn't it?
She turned out to be
She
the
was
worst
terrible.
producer we ever had.
Terrible producer.
Yep.
And you know why?
Because I'm a woman?
No, because you're lazy. It has nothing to do with sex, with your gender. It's just because you're lazy.
I am a mystery, Bill. You don't know why I wasn't a good producer.
You're a lazy mystery.
I'm a lazy. That's my sign off.
Yeah. You're a lazy mystery.
Can I get that made into a license plate surround, perhaps?
Lazy mystery. One of the fastest growing female names in the country right now. You know what it is? Did you see?
You mean for babies?
I saw it.
You saw?
Yeah.
For babies. Melania.
Is this in Arkansas? And
No, I don't think so. Melania Trump's star power has given her first name a popularity boost, vaulting it 720 places in the Social Security Administration's annual list of the nation's top baby names. Melania was 1,650 in the year her husband was elected president. It jumped up to 930 last year, making it one of the top 5 fastest-growing girls' names on the list. Melania Donna Stewart of Jersey City, age 2, she was way ahead of the curve because she had it 2 years ago. We didn't think we'd get weird looks in the supermarket and would have to explain it to everyone we met, said her dad, Bodie.
Yeah,
Bodie
that
Stewart.
says a lot. Yeah.
Noting that the child's name is meant to evoke Italy's fashion capital, Milan. So they did not name her after Melania Trump. And it's spelled different.
It's probably spelled M-I-L.
Yeah. She was born 9 months before the election when nobody gave Donald Trump a shot at winning. He says his daughter, who he calls Mila for short, in public, I don't like to yell her name out loud.
Don't.
Melania!
No. You are going to regret naming your kid Melania.
Yeah, well, it's too late. It's too late.
Soon you are going to regret it.
So we got the bona fide coming up here.
Yes.
And we'll talk about Pastor Jeffress. But, Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump have apparently received the blessing in Jerusalem from a rabbi who once compared black people to monkeys.
Okay.
The blessing was given on Sunday by Israel's Sephardic chief Rabbi Yitzhak Yosef. Rabbi Yosef was condemned by the Anti-Defamation League earlier this year for making his crude remarks. During a sermon in March, the rabbi discussed how to properly say a blessing. Yosef used the Hebrew word kushi, which, although it was used in the Bible, is now considered a derogatory term for black people. You can't make the blessing on every kushi you see.
Oh.
In America, you see one every 5 minutes, so you make it only on a person with a white father and a mother, he said.
What?
How would you know? Well, let me say this. So they have a monkey as a son like this. So you would say a blessing on him? Yep.
I'm just...
And
I can't
again,
anymore.
if this were a Democratic presidency, the right would be livid.
This wouldn't
with
happen.
all of this stuff.
Well,
this wouldn't happen, Gary.
Anyway. Okay.
It's Boner Fight. With Radio from Hell on X96.
All right, this is the winner of round 1 in the 7 o'clock hour going up against the winner of round 2 in the 8 o'clock hour. Boner candidate number 1, the perfect choice. This is the pastor, Texas pastor, who Donald Trump. He's Donald Trump's pastor now, essentially.
Yeah.
He speaks for him on Fox News sometimes. He is always at the president's side. They pray together, and Donald Trump has also selected this pastor to be give an opening remark at the embassy today, and it's already happened at the embassy in Jerusalem. So, you know, it's okay. It's Pastor Jeffress, who has said things like Mitt Romney is of Satan. He's if you vote
Mormon,
if you vote for him, you're voting for Satan, and Mormonism is a cult. He said of the Nation of Islam that it's a religion that fosters pedophilia. And he's made also really derogatory remarks about Jewish people. But he's the guy selected to give opening remarks at the opening of the embassy. And boner candidate number 2, boy, the pupusas at Del Chino are pretty pricey. It's a waitress who was stabbed in the neck by a guy who tried to dine and dash. The name of the restaurant is Pupusas Del Chino, Las Pupusas Del Chino. And I guess he was having some pupusas, and then he tried to run off without paying the bill. The waitress chased him, and he stabbed her in the neck. Now, she did not die. I'll point that out.
Okay.
But, yeah,
All right.
guess they're pretty pricey.
There you go. This is Boner Fight. You've got to decide which one of these 2 candidates deserves to be Boner of the Day for today. 1 or 2. Remember your candidate number. Put the number of the one that you think should win in the message of a text, and then text that to 33986. Pretty easy. You can call, use your voice, 877-602-9696. Or go to x96.com and look for the box that says Boner Fight May 14 and vote there. You've got 300 seconds. Let's go. This is Boner of the Day.
And the boner of the day is brought to you in part by some lobster tails and artichokes and cupcakes.
Nice.
And shopping for a home, save money with a Power Rate mortgage from Security Service Federal Credit Union. Check out their great rates at ssfcu.org/mortgage. Equal housing lender. Membership eligibility required.
Boner candidate number 1, the perfect choice. The perfect choice. That's who you want to represent you spiritually at the opening of the new United States Embassy in Jerusalem. A pastor from Texas who is a hideous bigot, who Mitt Romney called out on Twitter saying he's a horrible man. And then boner candidate number 2, I think the pupusas at Del Chino are pretty pricey. That must be why the guy tried to dine and dash, and the waitress chased after him. She's the best waitress they have at Del Chino, too. Chased after him, and he stabbed her. Well, let's see. Who do you think won?
I would like number 1 to win, but I think number 2 won.
Nope.
Really?
Yeah, no, number 1 trounced it.
Oh.
There was a trouncing.
Number 1. The perfect choice to represent our country.
There's your boner of the day for May 14. It is now qualified to be boner of the week. We'll do that on Friday at about this time.
So this weekend I went up to Spokane for my niece's graduation.
She's going to keep mispronouncing it.
Spokane.
Spokane.
Look at the way it's spelled.
Kane.
Yes, it's Bane.
Mary Claire made all the arrangements.
Yeah.
Like the hotel reservations and everything.
Did she didn't go with you though, right?
She went up before me, and she's still there. And
okay.
But I said, I'm flying in Friday night, and what hotel are we at? And she said, oh, well, we're at the historic Davenport Hotel. Fancy So I get there, and it's impressive right from the minute you arrive. You can tell it's something special.
It's not what you would expect to find in Spokane, perhaps.
No. I mean, and I guess when it opened in 1914, it was one of the nicest hotels in the country. It was the first hotel in the country to have air conditioning.
So is it like some, railroad robber baron or something built it?
If you go to x96.com/live, you can see a picture of it.
And that's the lobby?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, it's beautiful.
It's just one of those...
wow.
It's one of those places where everything is gilded. Like...
Amazing.
And all of the...
Wasn't that the Gilded Age?
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean,
really.
It's... every piece of wood is carved. It's gorgeous. And I guess it's a hotel that was closed for quite a while, and somebody bought it and renovated it and restored it. But
is it expensive?
Yeah, it's pricey. I mean, for Spokane, I think.
But I mean, what's a room cost? I'm just curious.
I mean, it's like $200 a night. It's but like the beds are like these huge beds that have a step stool to get into them. You feel like you've stepped back in time, like everywhere there.
Yeah.
Behind the front desk, I forgot to send Dylan this picture, but it's a wall of those little slots where you could like leave messages for.
Yeah, little mail slots.
And I said,
or they used to put keys in them.
Yeah.
The hotel keys.
And I said to the desk clerk, I'm like, oh, can I leave a message for somebody? And he said, yeah, we have email now, or voicemail now. We don't. I'm like, that is a shame, because I wanted to walk up to the counter and go, any messages for room 607? Oh,
no,
pull out a little piece of paper and hand it.
I've stayed in hotels in Europe, and Carrie has too, where they still do that, and that's where they put the keys for each room.
Well, and they like you to leave the key when if you're going out for an adventure.
Yeah. You leave the key, and then that's where also they put the messages, as Gina said.
And I looked it up just to get a little bit more information about it, and I think you'll be interested to know that the Davenport...
That's the name of the hotel.
Yeah. Creator of the Crab Louis salad.
Really?
Your first Crab Louis salad.
Wow.
Look at that.
And does it say anything about who built it?
Louis Davenport.
And he was what?
I
mean, am I right? Was he a railroad guy?
Yeah, I think so.
Or an oil guy?
I think so.
Or a gold rush guy?
One of those.
Could have been a gold rush guy.
But so you feel like you've gone back in time when you're there. So Saturday night, we ate at the restaurant there in the lobby.
Was it good?
really good.
Well, you got to have the crab Louie, right?
Well, of course.
Of course.
Did you?
No.
What?
I had a steak. I didn't know till just
you know,
now it
you
was the crab Louie.
You didn't have to tell me that you had a steak.
I had a steak. But a couple tables away from us, there were two couples eating dinner, dressed entirely in turn-of-the-century costumes.
Mm-hmm.
Big dresses, men with top hats.
Chaps, boots.
The whole...
Oh, different costumes.
No.
Okay.
And...
Why?
Well, so we're speculating. And I was I said, you know what? I bet they hire people, like, on the weekends to come and, like, be dressed up and just to add to the
ambiance.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And so a couple of the girls at the table said, well, we're going to go see if we can get our picture taken with them. So they went over and you see them pose and come back. And
What is this? What is this device that you have? What is it? Is it going to steal our souls?
Carrie, they had cameras back
Oh,
then.
okay. Sorry, I thought it was like a Renaissance fair.
Of course, I guess taking a picture with a cell phone, maybe.
Yes.
But I was wrong.
Really?
They are Titanic cosplayers.
Oh.
And they do this. So in town, that one of those traveling Titanic exhibits is in town. And so in honor of that, this hotel was doing a Titanic dinner where they took the menu from the last day of the Titanic and you could eat.
Well, I'd be afraid I'd drown.
Well, I know.
Eat the meal and then drown.
So these were people that planned, months in advance. We're going to go to the Titanic exhibit. We're going to go dress up and go to the Davenport Hotel and eat the Titanic dinner.
Gina would have ordered from the steerage menu anyway. So
that's just potatoes.
Can I have a steak? No, it's crab Louie tonight.
I love this.
Yeah. So it was fancy nerd cosplay turn of the century night. It was. They
so
were
cool.
And Carrie was joking, but they were talking in the
old timey.
Yes,
of course. Yeah, because they're nerds.
They're Titanic nerds.
How did they end the night, though?
Well, you should drown. Would be.
Yeah, well, that's what. No, but really,
and the band played on.
Yeah. They go sit out by the pool.
They play Nearer My God, and then everyone jumps in the pool.
Yeah.
I don't know. We should have asked him.
That really, I mean,
if you're gonna do it,
yeah, you should hold hands, and the room should fill with water.
Yeah.
Well, I want to go stay there now.
It's a beautiful. I mean, I'd just sit in the lobby.
Just reading about the hotel itself, it was one of the first hotels in the country that had phones in the room, like your own.
Wow.
Yeah, really. Ice. They made a big deal out of. You can see old advertisements for it. We have ice whenever you want it.
Were there ice sculptures?
I did not see an ice sculpture.
There weren't any on the Titanic, Bill. Come on.
Well, I cosplay ice sculptures.
There were no ice sculptures on the Titanic. Thus, there are no here. Would you like another refill on your Pepsi?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. We'll take a break. We'll be back.
Listen to X96 at 8 a.m., 2 p.m., and 5 p.m. to...
They cataloged 1,568 serials, released over 150 years, and then let people vote on which one is the best serial in history.
In history.
So not current cereal, just
the greatest cereals of all time.
I know you feel strongly about that.
I do.
Over 500,000 people voted.
This was a good list.
Do you agree with the findings?
I do.
Okay.
There's a top 50. Oh, no, there's a top 100.
Top 100.
Number 100 at the very bottom got 2,229 votes. I don't know as I've ever even heard of Vanilla Crunch.
It no longer exists.
Yeah, some of these are gone.
It was a Captain Crunch line.
Okay.
And the mascot was a white whale. But it was delicious. It was just little vanilla balls.
Sounds good.
They were just delicious. So good.
I remember the little white whale.
Yeah.
Now, do
really
you
yummy.
Grins, smiles, and giggles and laughs?
Yes.
That's 99. Never heard of it.
It's a kind of a sugary corn-based cereal. It's shaped like smiles.
Okay.
All right, the top 10.
All right.
Number 10, with 5,051 votes, Wheat Chex.
Again, a good utility cereal.
I like
no Cocoa Puff.
Yeah.
Number 9, Puffa Rice.
Again, regional.
Yeah.
They didn't poll me on this.
Well, wait.
You know, Gina, there's a reason people don't poll you. No one cares for your opinion.
Well, so far this top 10 sucks.
Number 8, and you've been urging me to get to it. I've been doing the entertaining part of the list. Now we get to the sucky part.
Okay.
I knew what I was doing. Number 8, Rice Crinkles. See
I don't
again.
know that one either.
Number 7, Concentrate. What's
I
Concentrate?
have no idea. That one I've not heard
Is
of
this
that
a
one.
British list?
I don't even. I don't
No,
recognize
because Weetabix is not on the list.
Number 6, Wheaties. Number 5, Captain Crunch. Number 4, Honey Nut Cheerios.
Delicious.
Number 3, a good cereal, Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Always good. You like that
I
one.
like that one.
Yeah.
Number 2, they're great.
Frosted Flakes.
And number 1.
The absolute correct answer.
No, and I don't get this, but I know you love this cereal. Quisp.
Quisp. I nearly wore my Quisp watch today because of that.
A cereal that should come back, right?
It shows up every now and then.
Gina Barberi on X96.
All right, it's 9:51.
Wow, you really missed out by not staying in Spokane.
What do you mean?
Well, there's there's so much to do.
I had someone in the chat room earlier saying I used to live in Spokane. There's nothing to do.
You could go to the Northwest Museum of Arts and Culture. There's a transportation museum.
Wow.
No?
No.
No? Let's see.
It was nice, but
yeah,
I was ready to leave.
You'd had quite enough?
Well, the city of Spokane welcomes you.
Well, they did, and they were nice. And
listen, I don't know how we go about it, but we've got to make sure that people pronounce the name of the town right.
Spokane.
It's Spokane. Yeah. Look at the way it's spelled. That's Kane.
They have a merry-go-round. It's a nice merry-go-round.
It is nice. We walked by it.
Oh, it's outdoor. It looks like it's outdoors. Huh?
I walked 7 miles on Saturday.
How did you do that?
I didn't mean to.
It's not
See,
possible.
I'm with my sisters. You know, my active sisters.
Oh yeah, the good-looking one, and
all of them are good-looking.
Oh, that's right.
And they're like, well, let's go for a walk. And we were going to go. We were going to go help Daddy Gary move her out of her apartment. So they said, well, we can just walk to her apartment. And I'm thinking, well, it must be, a couple of blocks away from here. And you're walking and you're walking.
And we're walking.
It was not. And my little niece who was with us, she had her Fitbit on. And it doesn't help when there's somebody announcing, that was 2,000 steps.
Wow, we've gone 20.
Now we're...
I hate that.
And at the end of the whole thing, because we walked there and then walked up and down the stairs, hauling furniture down and stuff, and then walked back, 7 miles.
Well, you know that picture you posted of the Spokane River?
Mm-hmm.
If you do your research, it says right here the Spokane River is high, it's very cold, fast-moving, and the water can be dangerous.
I said it scared me. If you go to my Instagram, RFH Gina, there's just a little video there of the river. It's violent.
Gina, TripAdvisor is giving you the 10 best omelets in Spokane.
The 10 best omelets.
Someone in the chat room says, don't they have the 12-egg omelet in Spokane?
Nobody
Which
should
I
have a
looked
12-egg omelet.
Beth's Cafe has the 12-egg omelet.
Who could eat a 12-egg omelet?
I could. Gina, they're doing a big parking study right now in Spokane. You could have about parallel parking. It's important stuff.
It's big. But it is kind of funny to leave someplace and go, I don't think I'll ever be back here. And not because I didn't have a good time or not because it's not beautiful. My niece was graduating and she's the only person I knew up there, and I don't know why I would ever go back there.
Stay in the hotel.
It's a college town?
Yeah, Gonzaga.
Yeah. And there's nothing to do in a college. That's crazy.
I mean,
It's kind of a small school.
Yeah.
Comparatively.
Yeah.
It's certainly not as big as the University
Oh,
of Utah.
no, not even close. But it was kind of weird. I'm like, well, thanks, Spokane. You were nice.
So long,
I don't think I'll
Spokane.
ever see you again, but
So long, Spokane.
Spokane.
You treated me nice for a day and a half. It's,
I want to go to more places.
Yeah, that
places are good.
Places are good, yes.
But it's interesting.
Did you go to a local eatery?
Yeah.
You didn't go to Beth's Cafe. You didn't go to Beth's Cafe with the 12-egg omelet.
We went to Clinkerdagger.
Clinkerdagger.
What is Clinkerdagger?
It's like a big fancy restaurant. And I like to say Clinkerdagger.
It doesn't seem as a fancy restaurant would be called Clinkerdagger.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Again, your lack of curiosity astounds me sometimes. I would have been saying to the waiter, what is the name of this place mean?
Yeah.
Apparently there's a gondola over the river
Ooh.
in Spokane.
I wouldn't do that.
Why not?
It's a mighty fast, cold.
The cable could break and you'd fall into the violent river.
And it is a violent river.
Yes.
The Spokane River.
But yeah, just those places that you wouldn't, it's not like a vacation spot. But there's there's so many places like that unless you have, a reason to go there, you're never just going to think to go to Spokane.
I told you they're doing a parking study. Why not go for the parking study?
Why would I go to Spokane?
Exactly.
Unless I get the 12-egg omelet.
Are you going to travel for the 12-egg
They're
omelet?
having their annual pancake feed this weekend.
Can't have that and the 12-egg omelet.
No.
Oh,
It's too much.
Let's do the promo and get out of here then.
On Tuesday's Radio from Hell show.
So 7:45, I think, we'll do the X poll. The question is, what unusual or outrageous behavior have you seen at a funeral?
We know you have stories. You can change your name and be secret on the air if you need to. Just be ready to call.
Then at 9 a.m., it's Tuesday Tunes with Todd.
That's all on Tuesday's Radio from Hell show on X96.
I got a piece of mail here. I've been invited to join the Council on Foreign Relations, the
Have you
CFR.
now?
Yeah.
Wow.
Council on Foreign Relations.
Boy, Trump administration will ask for anybody, won't they?
CFR Council. Isn't that supposed to be some sort of secretive organization?
I don't know.
I might join.
I have more questions than answers for you.
50%
Bill.
off.
Yes.
Gain a global perspective.
The No Frills Diner in Ogden does a 12-egg omelet, apparently.
Really?
So here you go. I won't have to go to Spokane.
Oh.
Listen, if Kerry says he can eat 12-egg omelet, he can eat 12-egg omelet. So shut up and give your money to me.
All right. Live long and prosper, bitches.
Don't you know who I am?
I'm a lazy mystery.
Is Richie next? Is it Richie? Yes, Richie is next.
A 1-hour nonstop music wingding starts now.
What do you think?
Utah's original alternative, X96.